Everybody, welcome to UberConstruct Gaming Does D&D. I'm the DM for this campaign, Tom, also aka UberSeraph, and we have Aidan, who's also Wasted Construct. Together we are UberConstruct Gaming here on Twitch. But if you've not caught any of our past episodes, you can catch us on our YouTube channel, UberConstruct Gaming. So, this is episode 4. Can't believe it's flying through the episodes, and it's exciting. It's getting there. Yes, previously on Hatheria, you lot have all met in Hamilton. You decided to go and claim a Royal Order contract, and then on your journey back to Angel Run, then you had a couple of instances. One was just being attacked by some bandits, which you sorted right out, and the next day after that you met with Oribella on the road, and has it been late at night, you decided to camp down at Oribella's settlement, but as you arrived it had been ransacked and set ablaze by bandits, which seem to be much more well-organised bandits than what you've previously encountered on the road so far. These were targeting Oribella's family purely because Oribella had previously helped their family and the neighbouring family defend themselves from these bandits. And now, knowing that Oribella wasn't there, they attacked and took them hostage. You had an epic fight with the bandits who were there, who had some, I say pets doesn't seem the quite word, but they had a couple of direwolves with them who messed the team up quite a lot, which is a lot more than the bandits did, because they did next to nothing. I don't think they actually hit anybody, did they, through the entire fight? But Hector was on the verge of death, but thankfully Cadell, Meridian, Thunder managed to kill the direwolves, made the bandits run away, and thanks to Oribella's fantastic medical capabilities, stopped Hector from dying. So between you all, you survived. You bedded down for the night to recover, and then in the morning decided to track these bandits who had taken Oribella's family and the 2 daughters of Quentin, your neighbour, their daughters hostage with them, and they've taken them away to you don't know where. So you've decided to try and follow them, and that is where we left off last episode. You have yourselves a cart left over from the bandits, who have no longer need for them, being dead. And so you hooked up Hector's horse to the cart. Hector in the back of the cart, not currently being any fit state to ride. You also have Quentin in the back of this cart, which between the two, it's not a very big cart, but between the two of you, and some supplies, you took extra supplies from Oribella's homestead. Seems that nobody's living there now.
Sorry, my dog just was asleep and just fell off the sofa and mid-ear.
Cute.
Idiot.
But and then everybody else was Oribella was driving that cart, and everybody else was on their own horse. So I do believe we will. You set off chasing their initial tracks west. So then that's where we left it. So
bloody hell, dog.
Just as I'm about to ask Cadell to make a roll. But you're out on the road. Time's yours.
Oh, right, I'm back. Right. So we're
so
along down the
you're out on the road. Do you want to make a roll to see if you can keep
Yes.
on these tracks, Cadell?
Yeah.
I did say last session that I'd give you the choice between survival or investigation. As though technically looking for tracks is survival thing, they're not natural tracks. So
30, 20, +3. Let's have a little skeg about, shall we? And I've skegged about incredibly well. An 18 +3, so 21.
21, excellent. So you have picked up these tracks quite well. I mean, it's relatively hard ground. I mean, we are in late summer. There's not been a lot of rainfall recently, but it is a very heavy cart. As you kind of gathered from the width of the tracks, it's a much wider cart than the one you've acquired. So, and you're assuming that's to accommodate the cages on the back of it, because it's also has a lot of weight on board as well, from the depths of the tracks that you've gathered from such an excellent roll. And you lead your party following these tracks. You can follow these tracks from horseback. I mean, that was such a good roll that you can follow these tracks from horseback. And yes, they do start heading west, but west is towards Angel Run. And as you start heading west, these tracks start curling northward until eventually they are heading north, almost precisely north, not quite. It's like northwest, something like that. So it's heading you away from Angel Run up towards the coast, which the coast in that direction is maybe another 3 days ride in that direction from where you are. So,
sorry, I'm gathering from last session that we're all completely rested, like.
Everyone except for Hector, yeah, because Hector was on 0 hit points but stabilised thanks to Arabella. So rather than fully recovering in one night's sleep, he recovered a hit point just to regain consciousness. Everybody else regained full hit points, recovered all the spell slots, and everything that a full night's sleep brings.
I was about to ask, can I take a short rest while on the back of this?
You can. Yeah. It's fine. Your entire time while just chilling on the back of this wagon counts as being resting, because you're not riding, you're not doing anything. I mean, it's as I've said before, there's no road, currently there's not even a path. You're going off road with a cart, and it's not easy going.
Hits your old pothole.
Well, yeah, just like a little rabbit hole. But yeah, even with all the jostling about, it's a little painful sometimes when you hit some big bumps. But generally speaking, it's easy enough going for you to rest. And the same goes for Quentin as well. He doesn't recover anywhere near as quickly as you do, but he's more often than not sleeping on the back of this cart, because he was in a very bad state as well. So yeah, you're following these tracks. Anything you wanted to do whilst you're riding? Chatting, discussing anything? Anything you want to bring up? You don't have to. That's absolutely fine. Because the day's ride is pretty uneventful. I mean, could I make another roll just to make sure you keep on track with the tracks?
Just keep on track.
Keep on track. You make sure you can keep an eye on it.
Another survival we go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Would any of us know how much further the coast will be from Angel Run?
From like Angel Run?
Yeah, how far out of our way are we sort of
You going? What do you say now? You're 1, 2... Yeah, you're 1 day's ride away from Angel Run to your west. If you head north, there's 3 days ride to the coast. But you don't know if they're heading to the coast or somewhere in between. Or...
And we will, judging from the fact that they've got such a heavy cart, they'll be moving a lot slower than us, I imagine, because they've got prisoners in the back, and so we've got to keep following it. I've got to find it. And I did roll a natural 20, so
Nice.
Okay,
yeah,
that's very nice.
yeah, definitely.
I mean, yeah, it is generally speaking very good rolling a natural 20. Skill checks, technically speaking, don't get a critical success on.
All right,
But,
okay.
I mean-
Well, either way, to 23 then, anyway. So
That's
We-
still
we-
it's still a spectacular roll. Yeah, so you're quite easily following it, or sat on top of your horseback. You can see exactly where it's going, and with the natural 20, actually, what you also notice was extra hoof prints have joined this path. They're now following the same.
how many extra hoof prints can I tell? How many horses there are?
Yeah, well, yes, with that roll, you can tell there are an extra 3 horses.
So we currently have
So,
3 horses.
Yeah, you were following this the cart track, which obviously has 2 horses leading it,
pulling the big cart.
pulling the big cart, and then after a while of following it, you can see that another 3 sets of hoof prints have now joined,
So in theory,
and then
we could-
starting
From
following the
what-
tracks.
We know what direction of these other horses come from. Can we tell?
Cadell will be able to see that they've joined in from the easterly side.
the opposite side to Angel Run then.
Mhm.
So we know as a group then that we've got a minimum of 4 styles, should we say? If there's 3 horses, and, well, we don't know how many's on the cart. There could be 2 on the front of the cart if it's a big cart. So we could have up to 5 bandits here trying to take.
We could be heading into a camp that's got 30 of the bastards. This is top.
Depending on where they're going.
Hey, it's like every episode. You think, hey, yeah.
They could be heading to a cave full of gobos for all we know.
I feel like I'm having flashbacks.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
having flashbacks.
While we're having a little ride along.
Well, so I'd like to continue. We should continue along this path and
Okay.
try and pick up the pace as much as possible. We need to catch up. We are a day behind, or
So
a night behind.
with
Arabella,
that,
I take it that. Sorry, Arabella. Sorry, in character. What was the voice? It was posh, wasn't it? Yes. Arabella, I realise that at some point you've clearly annoyed these people, otherwise they wouldn't take your parents. Is there any reason they would take them and not kill them on sight? Sorry to be crass, but it seems an unusual move. Kidnap them. Is there something they may want from you?
I honestly have no idea.
Unless they just want to sell them for slavery.
Yeah, I literally have no idea what I do with my family.
It seems unusual that a full village full of people and they would take your parents hostage and set fire and kill everybody else.
I am the only druid in the village, so maybe there's some significance there.
The only druid in the village.
that's exactly what I was just thinking. So,
So what to say? You are only muddy person in village.
Only but
No, all my family are muddy.
Is everybody muddy?
Everybody's muddy. It's filthy.
It's filthy. Oh, brilliant.
it's all right.
but so the rest of that the first day is kind of uneventful, but with you saying that you are wanting to kind of press and try and gain on them, how hard are you going to be pushing your horses? You can't. Let's say it's still hard going to push the horses any faster with the cart.
Yeah, it was a
Um,
dirty road, wasn't it? That.
I was going to say we're off road.
It's
I mean,
completely off road.
to be honest,
I mean,
we're
you could
not
push.
in a mad rush, are we? Because this quest that we're on, we're heading in the wrong fucking direction anyway. The fact that they haven't already killed Arabella's parents would suggest that they're not going to kill them. And we've already been travelling for a day. Stopping and having a rest would mean Hector's up to full strength. The last thing we want to do is go
I've already
wandering.
full.
Oh, you fall just on the having a chill in the back of the cart.
Yeah.
Up there eating baby bell, just waving at everyone.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
checking out the scenery.
With you,
Okay.
with you being on.
Chilling in with homie Quentin. Doing this shit.
Which
So we're all
Quentin's
describing.
not.
having a game of chess.
We're all just still riding, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if he's not completely healed, can one of us just try and use a heal on him?
No, he is.
No,
He's fully healed.
Oh, is he
Aye,
all
It
right?
is, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Sorry.
just
Just from this day's journey, he's had
that
enough.
maximum call.
So he's all
Come
right.
back.
All right, that's fair.
Quentin's worse for wear than Hector is.
Yeah, the total bugger.
Can we?
If
heal him?
we're gonna stop and have a rest, then whoever's got a healing spell should probably heal him because you'll get your slot back after a rest. And we're gonna. I mean, I take it he isn't a class. We're not going to be able to use him in combat, are we? But we can certainly question it.
Could use him as a
I
distraction.
don't know.
The runner.
We could, yeah. We could throw him at the enemy like I did with those rabbits.
That was a
You
previous
were there.
campaign, by the way,
Oh,
nobody
no.
watching.
We could cover him in explosives and send him running into the camp.
I don't think Captain Taylor's allowed.
Can I?
No,
Can
I was
I?
going to say, somebody's
Can I
got
attempt to? Can I attempt to heal this person?
You may, as you're
Okay.
riding along
So-
and get your
Is
loot
this
out.
now,
I'm
is this
gonna
now coming up to night time?
Yes,
Are we-
yeah. You're getting up towards the sun going down. You're making a decision whether to push on into the night or whether to camp down.
The horses need a rest.
Yeah, I believe it would
Yeah.
be better.
And
for us to
Sanders
take-
the only one with night vision, isn't he? We'd be fucked.
Yeah, you've got first
I've
watch
got a
on.
fear of direwolves or anything. but I'd rather not.
We might have to write that onto your character. Fear of direwolves.
It's rubbing his shoulder.
You say
It runs
that as you can still see Hector's scars of the teeth marks that dug deep into him across his chest.
I was used as like a dog toy at one point, dude. I was when I stood on that dead one, it just chomped on me entirely. I was just like, oh. So can I
You
try
weren't
and-
you weren't
can
on
I
the
try and heal
brink,
this person?
brink of death though. But anyway, so you're camping down for the night.
You've got hooves, haven't you?
No, I don't think I do actually. I think I've got actual feet.
I
Yeah,
don't,
absolutely.
to be honest, I'm not up on tiefling physiology.
I think I've just got a really big tail and horns and sharp teeth. Is it?
Yeah, to be fair, I think they do actually probably just have feet. But
They do, yeah.
Thunder, you said you wanted to make a heal.
I would like to attempt to. Yeah, I'm going to cast one of my new spells at 2nd level.
Mhm.
Healing word. It says a creature of your choice that you can see within range regains his points equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
And then it'll say if cast at extra level.
At
Yeah,
higher
so do-
levels, when you cast this spell using a
2d4,
spell slot
I think.
of 2nd level or higher, the healing increases by 1d4 for each
Great.
slot
So
level above first.
You need to roll
2d4
2d4,
plus,
and then you plus from your
plus your
spell
spellcasting mod.
It should be a plus. Is it a +5 for spellcasting, or is it a +4? I'm not sure. I can't remember what you said last time.
Which? It's the little pyramid one, isn't it?
That's the one.
Yeah, it's a little weird pyramid one.
So 2 of those. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's the one that's at the top, yeah. So I got
Yeah.
a 4 and a 2.
6
six.
plus whatever your spellcasting modifier is, which is 4 according to D&D Beyond.
Awesome.
So is that 6?
That's,
Is that a
10.
+4 for both
10.
rolls, or is that a +4 for one roll?
No, that'd be +4 added to the entire total. So,
So that's 10
that was
points
on
then.
that was on Quentin, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, great. Here, as you are riding along, just discussing what to do for the evening, Thunder brings out his lute, starts playing literally a magical tune, as the kind of you can see the glow of magic from the lute kind of drift across the breeze to Quentin as it just kind of bathes across him. You can see him visibly get a little bit more colour in his cheeks and actually become a bit more awake.
Wait. Oh.
Fantastic.
So
so
we
yeah.
should probably rest the horses and try and find somewhere half decent to set up a camp.
So who's going to find where to camp?
Anyone got a better survival skill than me? I've got a +3.
Who would it be? Survival?
Well,
Would it-
I'm
yeah,
not.
would it
I'm
be-
not a fan of people's. Sorry, it's just
Yeah.
generally discussing stats.
Yeah,
Is
sorry,
it,
sorry.
which
Yeah,
character
yeah,
would want to go and choose a spot,
I'll have a look. I'll have a look.
and who wants to help Thunder? Anybody, or just let him go on his own?
I think he's,
Hello.
to be honest, they're all better off if I just stay out of it.
Someone come with me.
I can look from the back of the van.
After my
and-
track
Come with me,
record.
please.
That's fine.
I'll
You don't.
stroll along with the team skills here.
Right. So yeah, Thunder, you can make survival check with advantage because you're being helped.
Okay.
Where
Right,
am I
D20, yeah.
D20 twice, and pick the higher one.
We'll find us some nice little clearing for us to
Ooh,
sit. and-
19, and a 3. So that's it.
Great. I mean, it's a good job it was with advantage, so it's fine. So you found you find a nice little spot. There's not much in the way of any kind of woodland or anything like that, but you find a spot that is kind of between a few hills, and you think it's be relatively sheltered from the elements, and you're far away from any kind of general well-trod path, so there's no worry of which direction can you be seen from or anything like that. So you're just
Right.
about finding where to be sheltered from, and you do.
Cool.
You find a spot. So then it's setting up camp, which who wants to do? Who wants to actually set up camp?
Yeah, I'll have a go.
With anybody?
And you're gonna.
I'm gonna
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna sit and just play music because I feel like I've done a lot.
I'm going to sit.
You don't know how to do it. It's fine.
I'll do some building tunes.
Yeah.
Go on. So yes, survival with advantage, please, Hector.
Well, that first on the 20. So
Oh, well, there's no
Okay,
point in rolling
better
over
than
one, is there?
It's
Yeah. So you
all the good
Which-
rolls out at the beginning, and then
hang on.
this is
hang on.
shit.
Survival.
Sorry.
Oh, +2, 22.
Oh yeah, great.
22.
Yeah,
Instant
so
mansion.
you can.
Instant whip together a fucking
I
tent.
mean,
Like,
yeah, like I say, there's not much in the way of wood to woodland to be able to pick a decent kind of fire out, but you can manage to gather a few bits and pieces from your own supplies that you've brought with you. You'd be able to put like a reasonably small kind of campfire together. At the very least, because you can tell even from with that kind of roll, you can kind of generally judge from the clouds and how it's been recently that it's going to be a fairly mild night. You're not going to worry too much about the cold. So yeah, you set up a reasonable camp. Are you again not going to bother with tents? I mean, you don't have to. That's absolutely fine.
Do we have tents?
No,
we're pretty much
Does anybody have
Yeah.
tents?
you'll have at the very least, Cadell will have brought his army issue.
bedroll.
But yeah, you just slap out your bedrolls. It's absolutely fine. Yeah, you park up your cart, sort your horses out, and bed down
And
for
we
the
know
night.
what happens if we don't have anyone on watch. So I do think we should take it in turns on watch just for the night.
Who's first?
I mean, I'll take first watch. I don't mind.
Okay, just you.
I'll go second. Oh, should we do it together?
You can do them together. You can.
Watches are we
There's
doing for the night?
3 watches that need to be done. So
I'll stay up with Cadell. And
I'll pull out my playing cards and we can sit and have a
Yeah.
game of cards while we're watching.
Hey,
Alright.
you need to be paying attention.
I know, yeah.
We're playing
I'm
cards.
I'm playing cards. I'll be well into
second
that.
watch.
Do I get disadvantage now for playing cards?
Probably.
Who's doing second watch?
Me and my mate Quentin. We'll take second watch.
All right, yeah.
My mate
Hector and Quentin getting well on. And
And then I suppose Arabella and Meridian
Arabella
can
and
take third
Meridian.
watch. Then, yeah.
all right, then. It makes I'd not even thought about Quentin taking watch, but yeah, that's great. It makes it nice and even, two each.
Yeah.
So, Cadell and Thunder, you can either make a roll each, or one of you make a roll with advantage.
I think you'd be better. I'm actually saying this. Oh no, right, well, oh no, I'm not. We're not discussing that. Are we?
Is it perception for a?
Yeah, it'd be
a
perception.
roll
Yeah.
in general? Yeah. Well, yeah, if you want to give me an advantage, John, then I'll just roll for the both of us.
Yeah, can I bardic? And what do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, you give me inspiration.
No, it's in
Yeah.
you're helping him in the watch. So
All right. Okay.
you helping him means he has advantage on it.
All right.
Arabella's
Yeah.
obviously
Yeah. Just
fit.
Cadell roll because I honestly.
Yeah. Could
Alright,
also
so-
roll twice.
First roll is an 11 plus 3, so that's a 14. Second roll is a 8 plus 3, so I've got a 14 in total.
Okay. Yeah, you sit by the fire during your watch. You actually even do break out your cards, start playing. But even then, nothing untoward happens. You don't hear or see anything.
I'll walk along and give Hector a tap at the side of the leg and go, alright, it's your watch now, mate.
Oh, it can't be
Me
my
and-
turn already. I'll give Quentin a nudge. Like, Quentin, come on. You're going to help me on watch.
Oh, yeah, I did say I'd do that, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'll let you just
Should I roll?
Y- Seeing so he doesn't actually have stats. Yeah, go over it.
I was gonna say.
You mean you've not got a full character sheet for it?
Oh, no.
Oh dear.
That means he
it's
can
a
just
16.
die.
He's no, don't kill him. He's his friend now.
16. Perception.
16, fine. Yeah, you again sit up by the fire. Not a lot happens. You manage to keep a pretty reasonable watch. It's good to see that Quentin's looking a lot better thanks to Thunder's magic and his loot. But yeah, nothing really happened.
I swear we're going to get all the good rolls out of the way at the beginning of this, and then it's going to be dire rolls afterwards.
Never mind.
Well, we're going to wait until it's Meridian's time to keep watch, and then someone's going to sneak up behind him and point a direwolf at the back of his head.
Meridian, your watch.
Point a direwolf at the back of his head. Like,
Literally two watches. I've had an arrow in the back of the head. All of a
With a
sudden,
direwolf
I've
at the back
wandered
of
into the mouth of a direwolf.
I'm imagining someone holding a direwolf like.
Oh yeah, just like that. I could just feel his breath on the back of my neck.
So Oribella and Meridian, your watch.
Who's rolling? Who's taking a roll and who's giving an advantage?
You roll. I'm shit.
All right, Oribella, roll twice. Take the higher one.
20. Plus your
It's
perception.
your fault when it all goes wrong.
With your perception, your perception's plus 3, but you get to roll twice and use the higher one. So that's a 13 in total,
20.
and then a natural 20.
That's for him.
Excellent. Yeah, you're sat round the campfire, and whilst Meridian's telling you about his fear of direwolves, nothing happens. Absolutely
He's
nothing
like-
happens.
I'd like to use disguise self.
Just make yourself look like a
Pretend
direwolf.
to
I'm
be a
out
direwolf.
dressed as a direwolf.
I would like to. Can I do that?
You just slowly
Uh,
wake up, turn yourself into a direwolf.
It's going behind you.
The thing is,
Heavy
though,
breathing.
direwolves, if you would have seen a direwolf on a battle map, on an encounter map, they would
Yeah.
take up 10 foot by 10 foot square.
Right,
Jesus.
listen, guys. I
They
need
are
two of
huge.
It's gonna have to be like a pantomime donkey thing, but with 3 of us. And I'll just do it from
I'm just sat there looking around thinking, where's everyone gone? What are they doing?
It's a beautiful idea, but let's press.
Yeah,
on.
all right. So, yeah, the night was uneventful. So, you
The first
then...
time.
Yes, I will do that sometimes. I'm not that bad.
Oh, questionable.
Anyway, it is morning. The sun has arisen. It's not that much dew around because it was a fairly mild night. What are you doing? You
Press it on.
Right.
Yep.
I can hear my children crying. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, no worries. So
Oh,
yeah, so
crying
you get your horses ready. You feed them.
No, in theory,
get them
we've
up.
got one extra person and we have a horse, haven't we? So
Yes.
I was thinking we could.
Well,
In theory,
you've got
we
two
could-
extra people than you've got horses.
We've got a cart though, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got a
Well, I
cart,
thought-
so
I
two
thought
people have
Hector's
to be in the back of the cart.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hector's horses pull in the cart, but Arabella's driving the cart, and then two in the back of the cart.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't
So
go
then,
on
if
horses.
one of those three people is on the horse, then there's another two people.
Right. Yeah. I was just thinking, would it be better off for the horse if we detached the cart and then both?
Need.
But yeah, well, you can go two up on a horse, can't you? I
You
won't
could.
wanna-
I'd have
I
to
won't
get
wanna-
over
It's
Hector and
purely
have-
up to you. But thing is, you do have
Yeah.
some supplies in the cart as well.
Oh yeah, good point. Okay, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put him in the
you
shed.
No, I didn't want my poor horse to have a second person on it because it's probably fucking struggling.
No
with
one's,
it.
no one's going to.
Yours is a pretty big war horse.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you set off
Fail.
with horses and carts. You make a survival roll to see if you can pick the tracks back up, Cadell.
Oh yeah. This is going to be a natural one, isn't it?
It's gonna be shit.
Such a lovely
Believe-
sleep. We forgot what we were doing.
It's
like, oh,
9 in
what?
total.
A
Nice.
9
9
in
in
total.
Yeah.
It's difficult. After the night, you were fairly certain where the tracks were, and before the night fell. But then this morning, struggling to find them. You know roughly where it was where you last saw them compared to where your camp was, and roughly what direction they were heading in, but you can't directly see the tracks.
Bugger.
You're at one with the mud, Arabella. Oh.
Mm.
So
Can
yeah,
we ask Quentin if he has any idea where he thinks these guys could be going?
No, I know as much as you. As much as I'm desperate to get our families back. No. We've no idea where they struck from. I don't know where they're based. They've attacked us before, but we've never followed them back to wherever they've come from. We're simple farming folk.
Didn't hear any of them speaking. The arcs.
No.
Hear any
No.
mention of the silver kite?
Silver kite? Oh, no.
Shall we know the basic direction that they were heading though?
Mm.
Cadell?
Or have we
North.
lost
North,
Cadell?
wasn't it? Towards the coast-ish.
Yeah, Cadell knows.
Yeah.
I know.
So
I know I wasn't conscious for a lot of the fight, but just did I recognise any of the bandits?
You didn't.
Sorry.
No. Good thought, but you didn't. So yeah, so what are you doing? Are you carrying on in the rough direction you think they were?
Yes, I would like to.
Brian?
yeah, I was going to ask the rest of the crew what we think we should be doing. We're starting to lose the tracks here.
Can anyone
We know we're going in this.
can anyone
general area.
investigate to see if they can find some track?
Um,
Well, because I already lost the roll, didn't I? So
would I have any knowledge of where, other than the coast, would I have any idea of where that sort of area where they might be heading? Would anybody? any of
There's
them?
no known settlements between
No.
here and the coast.
Right,
With my connection to the underworld, is there any chance that I might know of any shady operations in that direction?
Um,
Good one.
Good
trying to
idea.
think what role that might be. Maybe just a history check.
Ooh, ooh,
Ooh, history check.
history.
I like it.
Oh, +1. Right, okay. I was shit at history at school. Could have been a fucking geography check.
Decent.
15! 15 +1. 16.
16. You know there are a few kind of coves dotted around which are sometimes used for smugglers to move certain goods between the south and the north, because the Great River runs east to west. So to get anything kind of from the south or to the north or vice versa, they'd have to cross the river, and to do that, you either have to go through Angel Run or through Havenford, or a massively long way around. So what they more often than would do is get a ship up the coast and find a cove to put the ship down or unload and unload goods.
Yes.
Which cove, you don't know.
No.
Let's just go.
I do know of a few coves, gentlemen. I don't know if you heard my internal dialogue there, but there are a few coves in this direction that smugglers have been known to use, especially for slaves. Would make sense. I think maybe if we just keep heading in a northerly direction and keep checking for tracks as best we can, we're bound to pick something up.
Then let's go
If everyone's
already.
agreed, just keep moving.
And northward you head. As you kind of plod along, after a little while, you still struggle to kind of find the tracks again, but after it's getting towards late morning, midday-ish, and just slightly off to where you were kind of headed, you can see a hut or a stone building, small stone building, just on its own. Just stood there.
Carefully go plot in that direction. No running in.
Wait, I was going to say, can we stealth it?
Yeah.
Park the horses up
on
and...
horse and cart, yeah. It's up to you, yeah.
I was going to say,
whatever you guys want to do.
Should we park up and try and stealth it in? How big a hut are we talking? How many people could fit inside it? How many direwolves could fit inside it?
You're still a long way away. It
Alright.
seems small, but there's no other kind of buildings around to be able to judge the size of it, but you can tell it's pretty small.
So we should slowly trot along that way.
Very cautiously go and investigate.
Yeah, as carefully as we can on horseback.
I think we should pack the horses up and get off.
I think.
Yeah, I was going to say,
and then
got a cart and everything.
I think we should,
probably.
yeah, it'll make too much noise. We need to just pack them up.
Pack them up and have a sneakily walk over.
Sneakily walk over and have a little.
See if we can see any distance.
Well, there are a few hills around and patches of kind of long grass here and there. Yeah, so you, by all means, everybody make stealth rolls.
Everybody make a stealth roll.
Stealth roll.
This is where I'm complete shit.
I've good at stealth. I didn't even know.
You're a sneaky bastard.
Not with that roll, I'm not.
22, no, sorry. 21.
Gideon jumps up and down, waving his arms, going, "I'm over here."
So what was your roll, Meridian?
I rolled a 1 with
I
a
thought that
plus
was
2.
bad.
Okay,
I can't
Hector.
believe it.
6 from me.
We both rolled a natural 20.
20 plus
Both of you.
one.
Yeah, both rolled a natural 20.
Okay,
Going
Thunder.
thick and fast.
3.
I did
Three
myself
plus, 3
wrong.
plus 3.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
God. Well, if you average it out, we're fucked.
Which is what I was going to do. John was going to be the deciding one, and it was the 3 terrible rolls.
You two
So,
go
but
ahead.
you are all attempting to stealth your way up, and you approach
Sneaky.
this as you kind of approach up to it. You can see there is a very small stone hut, effectively, part of the what was a kind of a shoddily put together roof. Part of it's fallen in. It looks to be in severe disrepair, with what looks to be a bit of a lean-to shelter on one side. You don't what you see on the way up. In fact, make anybody wanting to make a perception roll, see what they can see about this place.
I will have a go at that with my good old military eyes. And plus 3, so 11.
14 for me.
14.
11 plus 3. 14.
All right. So those who've kind of rolled 14s can see excuse me, can see that this lean-to kind of shelter at the back looks like it's slightly out of place. Like the rest of the building's in disrepair, but this looks like it's been constructed relatively recently. The wood's fairly fresh, with a bit of a fence around it. And yeah, the rest of it just seems out of place, if you want.
Yeah, this looks a bit out of place here.
And we can't see it. There's no people or anything.
You don't
that we
see
can
any
at the
people.
minute.
Nope. Because as the side that you're kind of approaching, that kind of shelter is on kind of the back side of it, but you can kind of see the kind of side of it as you're kind of approaching.
Let's go for a closer look.
Right.
Sorry, I was shouting at my child. We can't see any marks.
No, there's no. So, what you're looking for?
Track marks. The track marks that we lost. Have a search to see if we can see them going up to this house. I know it's too small to contain anyone, but I mean there could be a basement, or it could be, these clearly aren't.
Are you wanting to make a survival roll to have a look?
Yeah, go on then. I might as well. Fuck it.
Since you're the one bringing it up.
Right. Plus 0. Okay. 5.
So I did. So before that, I did give Cadell the option of survival or investigation. I should have mentioned that ahead of time. So if you do want to change that, you can. That was on me.
Well, I rolled a 5, so investigations plus 1.
So either way, it's not great.
overall. 6.
Fair enough.
6 at best.
Nah, you're none the wiser. So Hector is attempting to creep his way up closer to the hut. Gets up to the side of the hut and starts heading round the back to where this shelter is. As you get there, Hector, you can clearly see that it's a bit of a pen. Inside here is kind of a feeding trough. Some relatively fresh hay is down in there.
And 6 direwolves.
It's not big enough for a direwolf.
I know.
Vegan direwolf.
I'm just imagining him being like, "Is there any direwolves in here?"
I'm not sure direwolves would appreciate a load of hay down there.
Is there any livestock in there?
Not currently.
Animals?
It's currently empty. But you can see some manure in there. There's some of the leftover food in the trough.
Yeah, right. Okay, I'm not gonna
Are
try
we
and
thinking
sneak
that?
around. I'm just gonna shout, "Hello, is there anybody home?"
You wait. Nothing.
Oh, you've
Oh,
gone.
Come.
Your sound's gone, Tom.
Mute.
Am I?
Yeah, can't hear you. Oh, there
There
you
you
go.
are.
You're back.
Oh.
Yeah. What in the...
No, you couldn't hear anything. You waited and there was nothing.
No response.
Any sign of a struggle? Like any? I mean, is the door kicked in or anything? It's
No.
weird that there's not.
Can we check
You
up
walk
the
round to
hay?
the opposite side of the building to the effectively the shelter at the other side. The door is intact. There's no sign of forced entry.
This is bizarre.
Can we
So there's
check under the
manure
hay
and there's
or
hay.
anything?
No sign of a struggle, yet there's nobody here. Just
Sounds,
ups and leaves with all their livestock in the middle of the day.
Bit weird.
sounds like some sort of shepherd or there's a farmer nearby.
Oh, I'd actually think that they may have
What-
also been taken as well as
Well,
the
Yeah.
last.
Could have tried a door.
Well, as you're kind of looking further around to the side that you couldn't see, you walk around and then you see 2 dead horses.
Oh, Sav.
Here we go.
So it sounds like
You say, here we
they've
go.
been-
Like you're expecting
What I
the worst.
Roll for
Can we-
initiative. We're all
we-
fucked.
Could
We
I?
invest-
There's
Yeah.
2 dead horses.
Could I
Can we
try
investigate-
opening the door?
see. I was
Yeah,
just going to say, can we investigate the horses to see how they've died? Do we see any obvious marks or
You can. Who wants
arrows?
to?
Or...
So Hector, you said you wanted to check the door.
Yeah.
Who wants to
I do.
check the horses?
Hang on. Hang on. I'd like
Right.
to see if there's anyone. I think it's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. It's a trap. That to me seems very, very trappy.
Yeah,
I love it when my players are paranoid.
Don't
yeah.
go straight wading in there. I'm gonna have a look if I can see anything surrounding untoward.
But as
I'm
in,
already wading in.
all right. So
On
Hector,
the bright side, it looks like
Hector
we're going in
tries
the
the
right
door.
direction.
The door is open.
Yeah.
Hector strolls in.
You want to carry on with Hector's bit for now, or
No, correct.
Sorry.
We'll
Well,
all stand back and see what happens to Hector before we make a decision.
well, whilst you were Thunder was thinking about what you have a look round. Other than these 2 dead horses and this shelter that seems a little bit out of place, nothing untoward you can see around. It's relatively open round here. It's not a building that's trying any kind of attempt to be concealed. Then, whilst you're having a look round, Hector just tries the door. The door opens and strides in. What Hector sees, and say, it is a very small building. So you can see in one corner what probably was a bed, but it doesn't have anything on it. Looks like it's old. Looks like it's unused. And there's kind of a like kitchen area, or like there's like kind of a fireplace, then a kitchen area. But what kind of foodstuffs that you can visibly see as you walk in looks rotten and old.
There's no sign of like fresh life in it. It's all sort of.
Make an investigation.
Oh. Yeah. It's a 19, but I don't know. Investigation -1, so it's an 18.
Okay, but that's still a very good roll. So as you're kind of looking around, you're looking around kind of the kitchen kind of food storage. All of the food that you find there is rotten and off. It's been there for a long time. But then you find a plate which looked like it has been kind of a kind of hasty attempt at being hidden that looks like it's had some sort of fresh food on it.
Can I? Come on. Can I?
Sort of hidden.
I out in my nicest, kindest, gentlest voice. Come on out. You're safe. Not here to harm you.
Make a.
But surely, I was going to say, but doesn't only surely he knows this because he's the only one in the house.
Well,
Can I
actually,
walk
you
into
just
the house
wade in.
and say, Hector, what's
Oh, we all-
happened?
we all
And
know.
Hector says, oh, I found this plate. At which point,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just. I didn't. I was
all
trying
right.
to say.
not there.
Yeah, make a persuasion.
It's open, you.
Well, you're good at it.
Seven, but I've got a +5.
So what's that total? Sorry, I didn't quite hear it.
Sorry, I've got my mic set because the dog was snoring. It was a 7 + 5, so it's 12.
13. No, 12.
12.
I do maths.
You hear nothing.
Can I have a little investigate of this hay pile outside?
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Give him a little rummage around
Is
inside
there
it.
a
And,
trapdoor under it or anything?
Gets the tinder box out.
yeah.
The old
make an
Assassin's Creed
investigation.
hiding spot.
But it was fresh and it looked out of place.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hay isn't kind of massively piled up. It looks like it's been like out for some animal to live in there. But yeah,
So
make an
probably
investigation. Sure.
I'm not good at. A 4
Oh,
with +0, so yeah.
It's hay.
it's hay.
It's hay. Like I say,
Well, it's
there
best to
is.
check. It could have been straw. Okay, it's best to check.
I was thinking it could have been covering a trapdoor
Yeah,
or something.
trapdoor.
You kick the straw around or hay, whatever. I honestly don't know the difference between hay and straw. But
Grass, straws, and wheat.
all right, yeah, well, all
Bloody
right,
druids.
druids. You kick the hay / straw, whatever it is, around to try and uncover it, to cover any kind of trapdoors or anything. While you're doing it, you kick about a load of kind of manure that's in there that's now on your boot, and you're trying to wipe it off on more hay, and it's like, oh, yeah, you didn't find anything.
No, stinky man.
You now got a stinky foot.
Yeah, stinky foot.
Right.
So
Just getting an idea of what Meridian was thinking of there. Can I sort of say loud enough for people in the vicinity to hear? Be like, Meridian, we've got a. It looks like them bandits must have come through here, and I'm guessing taking anybody else with them. We need to get back on that tail if we're going to rescue those other villagers.
Yes, I agree. And
Time here, let's
probably
get back
to make sure there isn't anything here that they could scavenge on their way back, we should probably burn this place to the ground on the way out.
Agreed.
make an intimidation
Oh, get it.
with advantage because you're both doing it.
Intimidation. So what's that? Roll 2 d20s and take the highest one.
Yep.
That's a 13. And a 17. +5. So 22.
Very intimidating.
At which point, then you kind of hear this mad scurry, and then a few floorboards in the back corner then kind of pop open, and this kind of rather scared, frantic young lad kind of pops out, going, "No, please don't, no, no, it's okay. I'm not going to hurt
It's
you."
okay. It's okay. We're not here to hurt you. We're on the trail of these bandits, and I'm guessing they must have come through here.
Fuck me, it's Timmy.
No, it's not Timmy. You see that this This lad, I say young lad, he's in his late teens, maybe like 17, 18. But he does have a crossbow by his side, a scimitar on his other, and he does have the odd kind of tattoo here and there.
Ooh.
Very, very similar kind of look and appearance as to all the other bandits that you've kind of been chasing.
Yeah.
Well, he's shitting himself now because he's got.
He is shitting himself.
Right,
Handing over
I'm going to
Meridian's-
grab him by his lapel and
Yeah, well-
intimidate him.
This tiefling comes marching in. He's like, nearly knocks his dice tray over, and and yeah, you grab him by the scruff of the neck.
I'm just going to say, oh, tell me where other bandits go now.
Oh, he's a bandit.
Come on, Hector, wake up.
He went north. There's a cove to the north of here. We were just hired. We were told there was good money in bringing people in
Hired by
to
who?
sell. I don't know. I swear I don't know. It was just some
Slam him against the
slaver
wall.
group from the south, some southern people. I don't know, some southerners, but
How
they
many
were
are in your
offering us
party?
good
Southerners?
money. But well,
How many
yeah,
of
I
you-
don't see any down there.
Where's how many were in your party? Where's in that have gone to this cove? Well, why have they left you here on your own?
Oh, I was just told to look after the horses here.
You
They,
did a shitty job of that.
You do a terrible job.
no,
like
no,
Timmy.
no, you misunderstand. They arrived. They swapped the horses. They were riding through the night. I was keeping horses here fresh for them, and then they took off again with fresh horses, slaughtered their
How
old
long
ones
ago?
for fresh meat.
How long?
But you left them dead. Why would you leave them?
Yeah, how long ago did they come through here?
It was in the night.
If you're going to slaughter them for meat, surely you'd have turned them into meat rather than just leaving them to rot on the floor.
Taking some chunks
Ye-
out of them.
Do you know where this cove is?
Yes, but if they know
Alright,
I've
well,
been
you're gonna-
helping
you're
you,
gonna take us to
they'll
it.
kill me.
I don't care.
We'll kill
I'll
you.
Right,
You're gonna
I
take
get
us
one of
there.
I get one of the bowls of rotten food and I put my fingers in it and I wipe it all inside his mouth and then I slam him against the wall again. And I just say, you better start talk now.
He's finding it hard to talk without vomiting on his. In fact, all right.
He's gonna vomit on me. Oh god.
He's gonna vomit on you.
He doesn't. He just keeps down.
Did you just roll for vomit?
I rolled a Constitution check. Yeah,
All right.
whether he was going to vomit or not. Yeah.
That's
but he-
attention to detail. I love it.
You could see that obviously it welled up in his throat a bit, but swallowed it back down again. Look, it's directly north of here. It's a cove that you'll find that if you just head. It'll just head down. It's just to the north of here. It's easy to find. It's just head north, directly north from here. We were just told to meet them there. It had to be a rush job because there was a time window. They wanted the people to be sold to them as slaves. I swear I don't know who they are or their intentions. They just wanted gold for people.
Slave traders.
Yeah, so, some slavers from down south.
Well, that makes sense.
Sorry, so have we found out that this young one was with the rest of them?
Yes, yes. He was part of the bandit gang which attacked
Has everyone
Oribella's
done with this
settlement.
guy?
How many direwolves have they got?
They took another 2 with them.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
shit.
That's great.
Oh,
How many
You
how many
say
prisoners did they
more that you've encountered others.
None of your business.
have? How many people?
My fear of direwolves has got nothing to do with you, little man.
How many prisoners did you have?
I saw 4.
How many in the party?
2 girls and a man and a wife.
Yeah, that's right.
How many people were taking them? How big's the party?
Oh, look, honestly, the more I tell you, the more likely that they're going to know.
Right,
And the
I'm
less
just
you
gonna.
tell us, the more
I'm
likely
going
you
to-
are to burn.
oh, no. Come on. I'm going to snap your neck in a minute. Right. I'm gonna use. Can I use a cantrip? I'm gonna use thaumaturgy, and it says I can alter the appearance of my eyes. I'm gonna make my eyes seem like they aren't there, so they're socketless, and I'm gonna bare my teeth at him, and I'm gonna like just look mean at him, and then look towards the rotten food again, and then just look at him again.
Nice.
Make
Answer
an
the
intimidation with advantage then.
Okay.
With advantage.
With advantage, because that's some good use of cantrip.
I'm just thinking in the back of my head, maybe we should just knock this guy out. and get him
17. And then do I just use my plus or whatever it is?
Plus whatever is on your intimidation.
Plus 8.
Plus 8. Wow, so I
17
forgot it's a
plus 8.
charisma check, isn't
Fucking
it?
hell, you got a plus 8 on intimidation.
I think,
Well,
yeah,
there's
I
one level
forget
four.
that seems ridiculous.
charisma.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It's all charisma.
No, you haven't got horns.
Yeah, at which point
That does make sense.
his eyes go wide. And like,
He literally shits himself.
there was only 2 with the cart, but then 3 more riders came past. They just grabbed some food and just carried on going. They said somebody attacked them. I'm assuming that was you.
You're damn right, mate.
Where were these new riders from? You saw tracks. They weren't with the original party setting fire to the village. Where did they come from?
They were part of the group attacking a settlement.
It's all about attacking settlements with you boys, isn't it?
They must be the 3 that escaped.
Yeah.
And they've got back up to on horseback.
Mhm.
So we're looking at a minimum of 5 and 2 more direwolves, and then however many are already at the cove.
It's gonna be funny.
I think we've heard enough. Kill him, Thunder.
Yeah, I'm gonna snap his neck. I'm just gonna snap his neck.
I
Um,
would have said take him with us so he could show us the way.
Let's just go in.
It's too late.
We know where we're going. He's got I'll make the decision. He's
Well,
doing it. I was thinking it. It's-
make a strength roll, though, Thunder. If you want to try and
Oh,
snap his neck.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh,
It's
I'm
what
gonna-
you want to do. See, it takes a
can I-
lot of
can I
strength
dra-
just to snap someone's neck.
can I drown him in the rotten food instead?
That is
It'll
up to
take
you.
strength.
Right, I'm
And
gonna.
is everybody else just standing there and watching him, letting him do this?
Yeah.
Go on, try and
I
stop
want to
me.
see what happens if he fails.
I'm just thinking.
I'm
The
I'm
guy's just
pleading
like,
with him.
oh,
I'm
that
pleading with him.
really hurt.
Oh, dude.
I'm
let's
rolling
bring him with us.
D20. Yeah.
Let's bring him with us.
But for strength for drowning him,
Yes, I'm gonna drown. I'm
it's
just gonna, I'm
still a
gonna drown him
strength
in the rotten
because
food.
it's a struggle basically.
Drown him in some.
Drowning him in
shit.
some
Rotten
rotten
food.
rotten food.
Right. Sorry. What do I need to roll here? D20. Yeah.
D20, add your strength modifier.
So it's 15. Oh, I can't see it.
Your strength.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
like -3 or something.
I know
It's
it is, yeah.
negatives a lot,
It
isn't it?
is.
Sorry, I can't hold it anymore.
It is. Yeah. I can't see it. I can't. I've
All right,
completely lost
look, it is. Your strength is -2.
No, it's not
Yeah,
that
so
bad.
15 minus 2. 13. He's a
13.
17-year-old boy.
Yeah.
He's got tattoos.
Could be a bit.
Oh,
But
yes, Spurs.
you try and ram his head into it, but he puts his arms out and puts his head onto and thing, and you are trying to push his head down to this ball, and he's pushing
Eat
back
it.
against you.
Eat your vegetables.
he's a strong young lad.
Oh,
I don't want this guy raising an alarm. I think we should
yeah,
just
come on.
knock him out, leave him here, and
I
let's get
turn round.
moving.
Knock
Go
him
on,
out,
Phil.
mate.
I'm
Knock
gonna
his
take
head
my
off.
I'm gonna take my spear and just jam it into his chest.
Yeah, just kill him, please.
All right.
I'll just straight.
I'm not gonna
I
make you.
fucking hate slavers.
He's
As it
being grappled by thunder, so he's not moving anywhere. He's not dodging, and he doesn't really have much in the way of any armor. And you just straight into his side. He's like, "Ugh," at which point he goes limp, and then his head he gets slammed
Yes!
into this food by thunder.
And that's a 1 of 5 a day. Oh, sweet.
Oh, that's the best final line. That's I'm
Right,
writing that
what are you
down.
doing?
I would
killed
like to put him back down where he was.
Okay.
Oh, we should have a look down there.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's have a cheeky skeg. Where
Wonders
he's
whether
come
you're
from.
going to forget. All right.
Drag his body down there.
Right, can I take his smiter?
Scimitar.
That's what I said.
Yeah, it was a
Mindset.
scimitar. Yeah, you can take his scimitar if you want.
I've always wanted a smiter.
It's pretty nice. It's a mindset.
It's a very basic weapon, nothing fancy. Little curved sword.
Yeah, you never know when it might come in handy.
Okay. Yeah, you add yourself a scimitar onto your.
Yay! I love his. He had a crossbow as well, didn't he?
He did.
I have his
Say maybe
crossbow bolts
take
as
that
well,
one as
please.
well.
Yeah, add just another 5 bolts on you. He didn't have many.
Excellent.
He wasn't expecting to have any kind of combat. He was just looking after some horses.
Right, I'll add
So,
that.
who's going down the hole?
I'm
Me and
gonna-
Thunder.
Throw his body down the stairs.
You throwing it down first?
I'm going to throw it down first, yeah,
Right.
just to sort of try and shock him
You
off.
get to the top of this hole, which looks as though there's loose floorboards which have all been kind of glued together to make one kind of hatch, but it's kind of that kind of jigsaw puzzle kind of floorboard.
Please don't say this small child down there or something. Oh,
You get to the top of the hole because it's left open because he's just flung it open. There's a little ladder that heads down, and you can see a light below, and you just his body down the hole, and he just goes.
nice.
Yeah, he's just landed at the bottom of the ladder.
How high was the ladder?
No audible gasp for anybody else.
No,
How high was the ladder? Not very.
not very.
Can I?
Like 15 feet.
I'd like to jump down onto his body for a soft landing.
15 feet. Yeah, I suppose.
Oh.
Yeah, go on, then I'll let you.
It's not that. Yeah, sweet. I'll use my tail as a run on the ladders to steady myself.
Yeah, you just land on him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Overkill on this part.
This poor lad who just wanted to earn a few coin.
Oh, shouldn't have been a bandit, should he?
He chose the wrong life.
He chose the wrong one.
Yeah, as you land, you look about this room that is well lit. It's clearly subterranean cellar. That several lanterns dotting around, and there's food stores.
Oh yeah.
There's hay down there. There's several crates of food, barrels of something, and several beds.
Thunder, have a look down there, see if you can find a map or anything.
Okay. I'd like to just like to shout up to them all first that there's food supplies and we should start ferrying it up the ladder.
Well, good luck me getting down there. I'll stand at the top. You can pass me some.
You'll be able
I'll
to.
head down as
You
well.
would be able to get down, Cadell. Yeah. It's a reasonable
just wanna
sized
say,
hole.
If we met,
You wouldn't
Shall
even
we-
need the ladder. You just step down.
It's
yeah, but
ladders 2 cadels in length.
I'd like to investigate. I'd like to see what's in the liquid barrels, please.
All right, you get your tankard. You try the first. It's tapped. Well, I don't know. How do you want to see it? How do you want to check? Or do you just want to open the top and have a look?
Sorry, it does look like foodstuff barrels. Then I was going to say.
Yeah. There's foodstuff. There's foodstuff crates that are clearly kind of food, but then there's a couple of barrels right next to it, so it's assumedly something to drink, and they're tapped.
Yeah, I'll test that, please.
All right, so you go to the first one, try the tap. Water.
It's handy though, is it not in your world?
In my world, it's not that harsh a universe.
Right, I'm just happy that this water.
My mind instantly went to Little Mermaid.
It's been thirsty work. It's been thirst of work.
And then you go to the second barrel, and it's beer. It's ale, basically.
Yes.
Excellent.
Which, it's ale, and you have a little taste of it, and it's actually pretty good quality ale.
Quite sweet.
It's even, in fact, better quality ale than you had at the Pick and Whistle in Hamilton.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It is high quality.
With all this stuff here, and high quality ale, and a clear route to a smuggler's cove, there must be some coin hidden here somewhere. If they trust this little gimp to keep all of this stock here, there must be something of value that we can take with us.
I don't think they'd have expected anyone to have found him because he was so well hidden under floorboards, because it's sort of like a fur living space, and then his real living space is underneath.
I'll shout down. Look around for any maps, anything that's showing us any locations. See if you can see any trade routes or
any treasure.
Well, who's looking?
Down there,
I'm just sipping brew. Someone get down here with me then. I'll just say, comrades, ale is down here.
I'm in.
And Meridian then slides down the ladder.
Yeah.
Kicks the dead body, kicks in the bird, pours himself an ale.
Investigate.
And goes, that's water.
Just comes down for it. Just come down for a brew.
You two, stop fucking about drinking and have a look around.
Okay, maybe we should search.
All right, I'll investigate.
Make an investigation then.
It's a 7 + 1. It's hardly even worth it.
You
goes back to the barrel of ale.
Well, you had a very cursory glance round with your mind constantly out. There's a barrel of ale. There's a barrel of ale. I'm looking around, but there's a barrel of ale behind me. And you look around. You had a quick look at these kind of the food store. Most of it is designed for kind of to keep. So it's like cured meats.
Oh yeah, like beef jerky.
Yeah. That kind of thing.
That'd go well with that ale.
Some salted fish.
And peanuts.
Oh, that was delicious.
There is like one crate of kind of vegetables, which is not massively fresh, but they're still pretty decent.
Oh, hold up.
Decent,
oh, that wasn't the right accent. Sorry. Why would there be all of this expensive equipment and then a barrel of half-rotted veg?
It's not half-rotted, sorry. It's when I say it's not the freshest, as in it hasn't been freshly plucked, it hasn't been farmed here.
Yeah,
it's been farmed somewhere much further away and shipped into here.
Well, can I have a delve in the said barrel just on the off chance it's a hidey hole?
Yeah.
Because that seems suspicious to me.
You can have a look, but it's just a crate of veg.
Oh. I'm covered in vegetables for no fucking reason.
And I said,
You've told Meridian to have a look round and just had a rummage through some veg and went, "There's nothing here," and went back to his bit.
205 a day.
So at this point, I'm gonna jump down this ladder, splat on this dead body that's already
Food.
Yes, God, this is great. This has been the best thing that's happened.
Okay. And I'm just gonna be like, right, lads, come on, just grab whatever's useful. Let's get out of here.
Let's get going.
Let's get moving. We know where we need to go.
Right, look, yeah, let's ferry everything up then. Come on.
Yeah.
We'll make
Oh, we've got a cart.
You do have a cart.
We're taking the barrel of ale.
Yeah, let's take it.
As you pick up the barrel of ale,
It's already tapped.
it's already tapped.
Move that. It's gonna go bad.
Well, we better drink it all now.
But
No, we haven't.
as you kind of picked it up to ready to go up before Cadell then went, that's not the best idea. You can tell there's not a massive left in it.
I'm gonna.
You can. It's clearly been the go-to drink between the beer and the water. Everyone's just gone to the beer.
You're a very mean DM. There's no money. There's no beer. You're all gonna die.
There is some beer. There's some beer. There's.
Can
Nelson needs a piss.
Yeah, I was going to say, please, could I call a break? Do we mind?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a good enough time for a break. We'll take 10
piss.
minutes,
Sweet.
and we'll see everybody back in 10 minutes then. Got
Sweet.
enough time as any.
Guys.
Peace out.
Peace out.
I had a cockpit share box the other night.
Right.
I love that place.
Was that the first word?
back in.
Restart.
We caught half of that. But
And them onion strings, man. Them onion strings. I'd kill for them onion strings.
We're back on. We're back on.
anyway,
It's fine.
live on stream.
It's free advertising.
It's fine.
I might send me a share box for nothing.
Fingers crossed. But yes, where we were before the break was that you were investigating what was just a hut in the middle of nowhere. Turns out to be a kind of outpost.
She-hole.
Yeah, a little like a drop-off point for smugglers on the way north. So you found one of the bandits hiding away downstairs, clearly not wanting to engage, and been told that their raiding party had been attacked. And where you left off, you Thunder, Meridian, and Cadell were down in a secret, I was going to say compartment. It's bigger than a compartment. It's a living space underneath the actual hut itself, and found a lot of stores to be able to keep people alive and well fed for as long as they might need to. What are you doing?
Right then, lads. Let's get anything useful out of here and let's get a move on.
Cool. I'd like to climb halfway up the ladder, use my tail to wrap around the ladder, and then be sort of a midpoint to pass the stars up to the other two that are up from the bottom two.
Okay. What are you taking?
Food, supplies.
Food, all the cured meats, and
There's more than you could probably fit on
as much as
the
we can
back
carry.
of
Them.
yeah.
We'll just take enough for us to.
A selection of everything that you could
Selection,
possibly fit.
yes,
on your
please.
back.
Yeah, that would be great.
Fine. We'll say you can do that. We don't have to kind of role play every
Before we,
how you're doing it. But it's
disappear
pretty
off,
cool holding onto your tail onto the ladder. But yeah, we don't need to. Sorry,
It's
Meridian.
unnecessary. It's unnecessary.
Can I just have a quick skeg at the tattoos on this dead geezer to see if there's any sort of logo or tribal tattoo or anything I recognise?
What's left of this bloke after he's been jumped on so
Jumped on by all of us. Yeah, I probably should have had a good look earlier.
But what tattoos you find, I'm not going to make you roll for it. They're nothing symbolic as far as you're aware. There's a naked woman a crossbow. Just random bits and pieces, which, as far as you're aware, are nothing meaningful.
Right.
Right, shall we crack on?
Yes. I haven't
We know
killed
where we're
anyone
heading.
yet.
Let's crack on.
You load up the cart,
I'd like
mosey on
to
out.
set fire to this place before we go.
I was about to say, should we burn this?
Yeah, let's set fire to it. Send the fuckers a message.
All right. How are you setting
Okay.
fire to it?
I'm going to go grab a big bunch of the hair
Mm.
outside and put it inside the house.
Has it
and
got a thatch roof?
Partially thatched roof, yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
yeah, and then I'm just going to tinderbox it if that's all right.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's pretty dry. Like I say, it's not rained for some days. So yeah, you can put a load of hay. What, in the ground floor or downstairs?
Downstairs would be better, wouldn't it? And then
Sure.
it'll rise.
Yeah. So you can set that alight pretty easy enough. You set it going in one corner. You scatter the hay everywhere, and go up. And as you're kind of going up the ladder, you can hear it catching ablaze. And you also as you're kind of leaving, you hear the kind of pop and as the lanterns and the oil inside catch and burst.
Can we have envision a Yale superhero walk away?
I was going to say, can we all be walking away in slow motion?
Yeah, and it's just
thunder kind of gracefully leaps onto the back of lightning, and kind of a slightly quicker trot as everybody's already set off a little way as the thatched roof catches fire, and it all starts going ablaze as you're all riding north on the trail of the bandits to try and rescue.
So cool.
Rescue the people.
Well, Thunder plays Yodi Back in Black by AC/DC on his loop.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll fill Quentin in on what happened and let him know that we're on the right trail and that we think we found his,
back of the carriage,
his two daughters.
Oh, good to know that we're on our way.
Yeah, and they had your daughters. We think.
It's for certain.
Well, it sounded like not for certain, but it sounded like they had two younger girls and husband and wife.
It doesn't seem like particularly good news, Quentin, but they seem to be slave traders, so at least you'll be alive.
We know that what happened.
Mixed feelings about that, to be honest. Selling young girls like that, I dread to think.
Yeah.
These people are scum and we need to find them.
Forward trot then.
Yep, you
We trot.
off your trot. with your cart, it gets a bit of a bumpy ride. Your cart is now even more heavily laden than it was before with food stores. It's not an easy. You might have to rotate which horse is actually pulling, just to keep the horse a bit more fresh. But you can do that easily enough.
Yeah, I was just saying.
Yeah, you don't have to make a rotor.
We do a quick rotor, yeah.
Whip up a quick rotor, post it to me. No. So yeah,
I always give one of them and just jump off the horse and push it.
You keep heading north, and it gets to the point where it starts getting dark again. What are you doing?
Do we know how far away we are from this cove now?
Well, probably another day's ride after this.
Well, I think we should have a rest.
Yeah, there's no point.
No, actually. Yeah, crack on, don't you think?
I worry about the horses if we're going to ride all the way through the night. I worry them. But we have been riding all day again.
They were resting while we were at the shelter.
Please throw some damage.
Yeah, Hector rolled unarmed strike.
I accidentally.
Just punching Quentin.
No, I'll ignore that. So you're resting. Yeah.
don't
Yeah, I would like
Fair
to.
enough.
I'd like to
Yeah.
have a look for a reasonable place.
I'll let you just kind of do it.
rest.
Yeah, and rest without issue.
We'll set it off at the
Yeah.
door.
So then, yeah, you can set up camp
We're off again.
with no issues through the night with your watchers. I just want to
Crack on.
Crack on.
crack on with everything. Yeah. So yeah, you set off again the next day, and you're riding on. And as you get further and further north, you start hearing sounds of seagulls, and then eventually you crest the top of one hill, and you can just about see the sea. But then, as you're kind of admiring the view from the top of this hill, you can see from the bottom of the hill riders, men on horseback, and with a cart at the bottom of the hill.
Oh, I would like to suggest me to the rest of the party to disguise myself as that dude that we mushed into pieces and go and talk to them.
Excellent move.
Okay.
Who's
Who's
that?
doing that?
In the
Thunder, fair enough.
Can you
Is
distract-
you casting?
Yes,
Disguise
I'm
self.
Disguise self, yeah.
Excellent.
How far away are they? Just can we gauge the distance, or is it too far to sort of tell?
You.
It's to tell what you're trying to tell.
Just
Oh,
how far away they are from us to them?
Well, you can see the fact that they're on horseback. You can see the fact that they've got a cart and 2 direwolves with them.
I wonder if you were if you
I've got an
disguise
idea.
yourself-
I've got an idea. You guys pincer them on either. You guys, so we're still on the trail in these woods either side. Then yeah.
Oh no,
Top.
there's no woodland.
There's no woodland.
No,
No, no, no.
if
The coast.
we sit here, Thunder, and you disguise yourself as that of the bandit, if you
Well,
you distract them and get them to face away from us, and we can sneak up behind.
So
We get them on
yeah,
them.
well, we can do that. I was thinking that if you sort of hide yourselves at the side of wherever we are on this path, and I try and tell them that you lot have actually attacked, because they'll be wondering why I've come from that point. You see, if I'm that dude, you know what I mean. And I'll just say that I've had to ride here, and that there's the people that have attacked the prior party of theirs are still there, and if they believe me and start running that way, I don't know. I'm trying to think. We can either ambush them or send them the wrong way. And
I was thinking if you can distract them. And make
Oh,
them
you want to just you want to convince them that we're still at the hut and get them to go legging it off to the hut? Yeah. So, is there anywhere that we can hide anywhere? Is there anywhere that we could?
Where to hide?
Make
on a hill, we
an
can
investigation. Yeah.
You're investigating. I'll help you investigate them.
Guys, I can
All right.
With
yeah.
advantage.
see your dog snoring.
Right.
Cute.
Hang on. Skills investigation. +1. Right. So the first roll's a 14. Second roll is a 17 with a +1, so 18.
Yeah, great. You know that a little bit further back from where we were, just down the hill you've just come up, where the kind of 2 hills meet, there's kind of a rocky kind of outcrop, which around all these kind of rocks where these hills kind of meet each other, it's assuming that they come from the direction that you walked past. You could hide the horses and the cart behind the back of that, including yourselves.
And get ourselves ready for an ambush.
This direction that we're heading in, these riders, is there any sort of track towards them, or are they across rough land?
It's not well trodden, but there are odd tracks here and there. Yeah.
I'm just thinking, because if Thunder goes charging in there as disguised as this bandit, and things go tits up, we've got a bard and God knows how many bandits are going to rip him to pieces. It's a hell of a gamble.
Yeah, but let's just do it.
Well, no, all I'm thinking is if there's a track in your direction, I jump on the horse with the cart, hood up, slowly going along this track as if I'm a trader or of some sort. The big boys set up the ambush, and if things do go tits up with you, at least I'm there for backup.
Or disguise ourselves in the back of the cart.
Oh yes, yeah.
But you guys
leave
are all
horses. You two get in the back of my cart. I slowly follow on down this path as if I'm just a trader heading to this cove to do a bit of trading with these bandits. Thunder goes charging in. Help! Help! They've all fucked up. And then as they run past us, then we fuck them up.
We can jump out and
Jump out, yes. And then we haven't got to get them set off. We haven't got to look, you know.
yeah.
So
I like that.
How
idea.
many riders can we see, Tom?
So
You can see 3 horses and 1 cart, which is covered. It has a covered over the top of it.
How high though, aren't we, up on a hill, and they're in a cove?
They're not in the cove themselves. They're at the bottom of the hill, moving kind of in your general direction.
Oh,
it's going
they're
down.
coming towards us.
Yeah,
towards
they
us.
were riding at the time. Yes.
Oh shit! We're coming towards us.
The sea
Uh,
beast.
So
In-
I'm
in-
disguised as this guy. I'm going to run up to them, panic,
Yeah,
and say
you-
that we've been ambushed at the store point. And what? So you've now intertwined that there's an hour cart with you guys in the back. So how am I going
No,
to
well,
explain that?
oh no, you don't need to explain it. If it's me on the horse with the cart behind, I'll just be trotting along with my hood up like I'm a trader of some sort, heading towards the cove to do trading with the bandits.
You could have
Big
just
boys.
sprinted straight past him.
Suppose I could get in the cart with you and say that you had to give me a lift because.
Because all the horses are dead.
They killed all the horses.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you bowl up on lightning, you've got quite a tidy looking horse, haven't you? That's going to look a bit suspicious.
Yeah. Well, let's do that then. So we'll all bowl up and
Yeah, we'll
So we're
stash
all
the
in the
horses.
yeah.
We'll stash the horses. Everybody get in the cart. I'll be on the horse that's leading the cart, and Thunder can be sat visible, but everyone else is hidden in the back.
It's not a very big cart.
Fucking hell.
They say it's just a single horse cart. So you could get 2 people sat in the back with some stores, with some crates and things. But if you wanted, you might be able to rearrange some crates so you can hide maybe 1 or 2 people.
Right, should we just go back to the original plan then? We'll all fucking hide and see if
I was
Thunder
going to
can...
say,
Yeah,
let's
let's just do that.
you
we'll
guys
take-
hide. You guys hide. and I'm gonna try
Your lightning, I take it, is a fair nifty horse. So, you know, if things go do tits up, could you?
I am going to be on the horse. I'm literally going to run.
All right, okay,
I'm just going to run in like I've been trying to get there. Do you know what I mean? I panicked.
Yeah. right,
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
yeah. So we'll all hide. We'll go back to that plan and just hope
Yeah,
to God that they don't see through your disguise.
Because there was no horses at the place, was there? So like, if I randomly have
Oh
a horse,
yeah, of course, yeah, they were dead.
Yeah.
right.
they're
So I'm
gonna
gonna
be
I'm gonna run up to these bandits. And
All right, so everybody else is then heading back down the hill, back the way you came, back to kind of rocky area where you knew there was a place you could hide. Everybody then needs to make a stealth.
Oh shit! I think that is something I am not good at.
It's not a difficult DC because you've got a massive amount of rocks there. And I'm going to take an overall view of
15.
what the rolls were.
6
decent.
plus 2, so I'm an 8.
Hector,
It's a 9 from me.
Oribella,
That's 9.
9 plus 1, 10.
Okay. You are all behind these rocks. So, Thunder, you have disguised yourself as this young bandit. And sorry, go ahead.
No, I was sorry. I thought I was already there. Go on, you.
Sorry, well, I was just sorting out them lot. So
Yeah.
you then just go pelting it down the hill, and as you kind of approach them, it's not massively steep. Obviously, they've got to get heavy cart up it, but you're pelting it down, getting a good pace downhill. But then, seeing you approach, the wave to stop. Whoa. Where do you think you're going? Eh?
I want to, when I'm running down the hill, just fumble a little so I'll look even more pathetic. And like get onto my knees and look up at them and be like,
Fuck's sake, get up.
please, sirs, they've attacked the vantage point there of all the stores. They're burning it down.
And one of the other guys that are on horseback, and I was like, who? What do they look like?
It's a party of 5, good horses and weaponry.
One red fella.
And a big red fella, very handsome.
Ah,
Yeah, the big
fuck's
fuck off
sake.
one.
It's like, one of the guys on the actual cart, like, oh, fuck's sake, they followed you. I fucking told you. At which point, he nudges one next to him who gets off and starts uncoupling the direwolves off the back. Right, come on, let's go. And then they ride up the hill. I mean, they still can't go any quicker because they've got a massively heavy cart they're pulling, which has 2 horses pulling it. But yeah, you walk ahead up the hill.
So, sorry, are they heading towards these guys now? And I'm.
Yeah, they've not changed direction because that's where they were headed anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Am I with them then? Yeah.
You're with them, yes.
Yeah. So
Leading.
they're wanting me to lead them back to the place.
They're not wanting you to lead them back, but you were in front of them and they started continuing on. And it's either you start walking in that direction or
Yeah. So as
ride
they're
over you.
walking back in that direction, I'm just going to saunter behind the group, like looking like pathetic and injured, and just follow them as they go.
Until.
All right. Well, you head round the back. That's where the direwolves are walking up.
Bad idea.
You start getting down there, and okay. Well, as you kind of get towards the back of the group, one of the direwolves turns to you like,
I'm gonna. Oh no. I'm gonna try and act normal.
and it just kind of plods on
Yeah.
regardless.
Sweet.
Mm.
Spoil the game, direwolves.
Yeah, it's you, these 2 direwolves, and the guy who jumped off, who's kind of seemingly has the respect of these 2 direwolves, and he's walking with the 2 direwolves are walking with him.
I was going to say, are they freely just? They're not on any sort of leashes.
They are
they're
now been
freely with them.
untethered from the leashes, but are walking with this fella.
Cool.
Just behind the cart.
I'm not like on. anything, they're just
Make
free.
an observation, Thunder.
Me.
Yep. A perception. Yeah, perception.
20.
D20. Add your perception.
12. Plus. Where is all my stuff? Oh, -1, so 11.
All right. I was just going to say that you can't see much of inside of the cart from the back, because from the back is where you get into it. You can see with that kind of roll a little bit of cage, but you can't see anything else from the angle you're at unless you try and get closer. But it'll look
yeah,
like you're actually having to have a look.
I just had a thought, yeah. I'm going to say to the dude, so what have you got in this cart, sir?
Make a deception.
Deception, yes. D20, yeah?
D20, add your deception.
17 plus 6.
Oof,
Bloody
yeah.
hell.
All right.
No.
Nothing now, you fucking idiot.
Oh. Sorry, I was just curious.
We've forgotten what we're doing.
I'm just a little bit shaken, sir.
Were they really all that bad?
Seen the
Yes.
size and how handsome that red guy was.
He had a massive tail.
Hellishly handsome. Right.
Hellish and handsome.
Love it.
Right, so how far away are we from these gadgets now?
So these guys get to the top of the hill.
Getting
And-
towards it.
Yeah, you the where you guys are hiding are much more towards the bottom, where these kind of two hills kind of start meeting each other with all these rocky outcrops, and they start coming down. They're having to kind of rein the horses in a bit, obviously with the weight that's behind them. They don't want them to be getting carried away with themselves. So you can hear them getting closer and closer.
So there's two bandits and 2 direwolves.
There's one bandit on the cart that's leading the cart. There's 3 bandits on horseback.
Oh, shit.
1 bandit with the direwolves, 2 direwolves, and then Thunder with them at the back.
5 bandits and 2 direwolves.
Yep.
This is going to be fun.
Well,
And they get
if we can
Close to
continue
where you are.
hiding and we can get around them, but then Thunder's got
Don't
Get
worry.
away
Don't
from
worry.
it.
I can do something and then attempt. This is what I'm thinking to myself. I want to do something and then get out of there. If I
well.
could.
They get to the
Yeah, so they haven't noticed you yet, guys. So
no. They get to the point of walking past, and
prisoners
they
aren't on this. We know the prisoners aren't on the cart, so
Up here.
why engage them if we don't need to?
exactly.
the guy on the back, not the back, so on the cart, like leading it down, keeping a keen eye out. At which point he nods to some of the riders to fan out a bit, just because he sees the fact that it's getting a bit rocky, and he's paranoid. It might be a spot for an ambush.
Yes.
But they get to the point where you're at, and what you're doing.
How far away are they from us now?
Right next to us.
Well, I say right next to you. They're maybe 30 feet away.
I'm just looking at the group like.
Whereas, yeah. Thunder is 5 feet away from a direwolf.
Not as obvious as that.
What's the symbol?
But they could.
Yeah.
But they could still. But they could
That was
still
exactly
see it.
what I was
What's the
thinking.
signal? Sorry, Meridian.
If we're in trouble, just do this. Oh, yeah, I'm just trying to, with my eyes and minor hand movements, stop the group from attempting anything.
Make a sleight of hand.
Oh God.
See, if you wanted to make a signal, you have to do it without anybody else noticing.
Yes. So
Slight
20,
advantage.
20. 16 plus 3.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. You start signaling to people to not attack just yet. And they're
Well, brace
getting
with our weapons.
getting parallel. This is probably as close as they're going to get to you
Right.
as they're going past. So what are you doing?
One's not-
Do we reckon? Do we just fucking hide?
I'm
Hope
just
for the best.
Bandits and 2 wolves.
Well,
That's a lot. Oh
Nope.
shit. Okay.
we lost.
Sorry, it was me. My camera was all
Bit of a
weirded
camera
out.
refresh.
And it just, yeah, sorry.
So what are you doing? What are you doing?
Ah,
I'm
please.
just, while we have the advantage, do we jump them now, or do we risk the fact
That's
that
what I'm thinking.
This is
way past?
if we don't
Thunder
attack them
is
and they see
signalling you
us,
to not do anything.
Don't do it, dudes. I'm literally in the middle of 2 direwolves in disguise. Just stop.
Oh,
In disguise, they don't
still
know that
disguised.
you're.
no.
I don't, I suppose.
No.
yeah, I mean, if we don't attack them and they don't notice us, they're gonna
What's
fuck off.
what's the
and we've
length
saved
of
the fight.
your disguised self? How long does that last?
An hour, I think.
Oh yeah, there's loads of time. Then. Fine. So
I mean, if we can get away with it, we could avoid the fight entirely. I'm just concerned that we all sit here and go, oh yeah, let's not attack them, and then fucking Dickon will roll initiative, and it'll be like, oh, as it happens, there you are, you bunch of cunts.
well, as it
And then-
stands now, you would get the jump on them and all get an attack round before initiative happens.
Just
Well,
do it.
Okay, yeah, fuck it, let's hide.
We need
Yeah.
to.
Oh, go
I
for it.
don't really fancy going up against more direwolves anyway. Although,
So
as long as
you-
I can run faster than Thunder,
Are you gonna fight them? Because I've
Thunder
been
is
trying-
on foot. You guys still have your horses.
yeah, let's just stay hidden. Let's just avoid.
You're
if we
staying
can,
hidden.
eh? I mean, the whole point of this escapade was to save Arabella's parents. We know they're not on that car.
You don't know anything yet.
You don't know. You don't know what's in
You
This is
don't
what I
know.
mean. This is why I've been like,
No, don't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
He
you know what I
knows
mean?
they're not in the
I
car.
have- I've
He
signalled you
doesn't.
guys
Well,
to
yeah,
stop.
he's been talking to the bloke and he says there's
Yeah.
nothing in the back.
I've tried to tell the entire group.
Yep.
Don't
Yeah.
do it.
So
And Thunder does
The
enjoy
part
standing
as-
on direwolves and playing drums. So if he's saying don't get into a fight, chances are
Bella's holding him
probably-
back. No, don't do it. Don't do it, guys.
it's
Don't
not.
do
It's
it.
not like Thunder to avoid confrontation. So if he's saying no, probably it's best if we don't get involved.
Yeah,
you
so
don't
then-
do it. Ah,
this
no.
group kind of ride past without incident and ride on.
Bruh.
So good. I'm gonna
Well.
try and slyly do. I need to get away from this group now.
Do we follow? Do we
I need
follow
to get
her?
away from the group. No, stay where you are. I'm gonna try and think of a way.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
time moves on. You're walking with these direwolves.
Oh no, I'm gonna try and. Oh, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
Hold
I'm
up,
gonna- I'm
hold
gonna
up,
use-
Thunder. Hold up. I've got an idea.
Do you know what I had
Can
this
I
idea
cast-
earlier?
But you're in
I
completely
cast Minor
separate
Illusion.
locations.
This is. But
How
yeah,
far-
they've
how
got-
far away
it's
is
too
it?
late.
Hang on.
So what?
I
what
thought.
Thunder?
I
Go
thought
ahead.
this. Sorry, earlier I thought this would occur to you, dude, and you would have done this to help me out of the situation. But now we're a bit further down the road, and it's too. It's too late.
How far away is? How far away am I
45
from
Thunder.
Thunder now?
That they're getting towards 60, 70 feet.
I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy, and I'm going to because I'm behind everyone. I know I'm sort of out of most people's. I'm going to use thaumaturgy to create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of your choice within range, such as a rumble of thunder, the cry of a raven, or ominous whispers, or whatever noise.
Whatever noise, yeah.
I'm just going to create a loud screaming of something that way,
What
And I'm
ahead?
gonna-
Ahead of everybody.
ahead of everyone, and I'm going to peg it.
What's the range?
It is 30 feet.
So 30 feet ahead of you would be, yeah, maybe 20 feet ahead of the front of the car.
Yeah, that's me. I think this is my only way out. So just off to the side of the road somewhere, just to try and distract everyone. That's
All right,
that's my
sure.
aim.
Roll a deception then.
Here he goes, the sneaky tieflings. 13 plus 6.
You got some
19.
good bonuses on your deception. Yeah. At which point the scream can be heard. The little head's just off to one side. Doesn't seem to be that far away, but people are a bit confused. So there's motions to somebody to go check it out. At which point, a couple of bandits on horseback go riding off, followed by one of the direwolves to go check it out.
Okay.
And they run bounding off in that direction.
So how much? So is there any horses left?
There's one guy on horseback, one direwolf.
I'd like to. So I'm going to run, but I'm going to slap the ass of that horse as I do it, and then run
Okay, fine,
if I can.
sure. You what? Just to kind of spook it.
I'm trying to spook the horse. Yeah.
All right, sure. All right, I'll let you do that without an animal. I was tempted to make you do an animal handling check, but you're just trying to just give it a good slap.
I'm
which
just
is
slapping on
yeah,
the
you're
arse,
giving
yeah.
it a good slap. Yeah, which you do. At which point it kind of bolts ahead a little bit of the way after just this horse gets startled and just goes off. Are you then turning and pelting it?
Trying to pelt it. Yeah.
All right.
I take it we can all see this happening.
Yeah. They're now like 80 feet away. Which Thunder slaps the arse of this horse that he was pelting off. He turns and runs, and the guy with the direwolf is like, "Hey, what the fuck you doing? What are you doing? Get the fuck back here!"
In
At
that
which point
case,
that direwolf starts. As soon as his kind of leader as such of this bandit is started making aggressive tones in your direction, this direwolf's turning and
Oh, God, such a bad idea.
can I cast Crown of Madness on the direwolf handler?
on the
It's got
handle.
120. It's got 120 foot range.
Yeah, sure. Is it a wisdom save or a charisma save?
Attack save. Wisdom 13.
13. Oh, that missed. I'll roll a different one. That's somewhere off down mid room. Yeah, no, he's passed his check.
Bollocks.
Yeah.
So as he feels something kind of trying to enter his mind, it's like, oh, what the fuck? Get him! At which point the direwolf then looks like it's going to head in Thunder's direction. Everybody roll initiative.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have to
6.
remember to try and retrieve that dice I've just thrown across my room.
I can't believe we've gone from having a
Natural 20.
full round of attacks on them to
Natural 20 for me.
Well, are we still not technically hidden here? So are we not getting a jump on this direwolf?
No, they are now alert. So no.
Can you
yeah,
see
they're
it?
right.
Can't see it.
Oh no, I'll take your word for it, bro.
All right.
I'll take
I
your
was
word.
just proud. I was proud.
I got a 17 in total.
Okay. Bear with. So, Thunder, what was
16.
your total? So it's 20 plus.
And what's that on? Sorry.
It's just your
Initiative.
yeah, initiative.
But we have
Yeah.
split
Dex
Oh,
modifier, I think.
Wolves and 2 of the riders have gone here. They're away from us. So,
Oh yeah,
That-
yeah. You split them up a bit.
20 minus 2.
-2, okay. But it was a natural 20 -2. Okay.
It was, yeah.
I'll take that as 20 then, just because it was a natural 20.
I got
Okay.
a 16, Orabella got a 15.
Oh, I got 16.
Oh, sorry, I got a 17, Orabella got a 16. Sorry.
Okay. So, sorry, 17, 16.
17 and 16. Yeah.
Okay. That's Cadell was 17, Oribella 16. What were you two
I
gents?
think
Hector?
8.
8.
8 for me.
Okie dokie. And Meridian?
I was a 6 with what's that? My modifier on that. Is
yeah,
it?
your
Your
initiative.
initiative modifier.
Oh, fuck off. 6.
There we go.
Okay. And so, 6. So. And Doggo's direwolf comes bounding
There's the
in.
direwolf.
I can hear it.
Yeah. And then Meridian on 6, and then some others. Right.
That's the patter of the feet.
You can just hear his little feet on
Patter of feet, which.
so cute.
Okie dokie.
I was going to get you guys.
Right. And
See little feet going.
It's a selection of dogs.
Oh, so cute.
right on. So, top of the round was Thunder. You managed to get, you managed to get actually a good 60 feet away.
Yeah, nice.
Because you effectively took your surprise turn on them, which was to slap the behind of this and then make your move and then dash movement, which is 60 feet.
Sweet.
So you
So
are
I'm pretty
60.
much
You've
dead
got a
agree.
60 feet head start on a direwolf.
Sweet.
What are you doing?
I would like to
Running.
run back towards the group.
Okay, so your movement is another 30 feet. They
Yeah.
are in that movement. You can reach that rocky outcropping where these guys are hiding.
Well,
with
I
your movement.
kind of don't want to go into it because I
Sure.
still think that they don't
They
know
don't
that
know
those guys are there. So I'm going to stand near that and just.
Okay,
Uh,
so you make
pull-
one full movement then. So
Yeah.
then you are nearby to where these
Yeah.
guys are hiding. And
Okay,
then what you're doing
and
is that's your
I'm
movement.
just-
You've still got your actions.
I would like to just pull out my loot and wait for this.
Are you going to hold an action then?
You can do a holding action, so
I'm gonna
you can
I'm
get
gonna
a
hold an
spell.
action. Yeah.
Well, what
Yeah.
spell are you holding?
I'm going to hold
Fucking level 2 thunder waves. When it comes near, you can just go.
yeah, but it's yeah, fair enough. I'll go for that. Yeah, I'm gonna do a level 2 Thunderwave.
Okay. You
As
hold
soon as
that
it
for when
tries
it's
to
close
come.
enough.
Yes.
Sure. Okay, that's your turn. Then at which point, the bandit, which is right on the cart itself, kind of reins the cart to a stop, and then kind of jumps off. At which point, what is the range?
120, isn't it?
80 feet for a crossbow.
Yeah.
80 feet and then 320 feet for a light crossbow.
Yeah, but then disadvantage, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's at a disadvantage, yeah. So
Yeah.
that would be at a disadvantage from where he's at. Yeah, he's not going to move away from his cart.
Sorry, dude. I'm guessing that I've now broken my disguise. Yeah.
He knows something's up.
Yeah, I was going to say
you still look like
I
him,
still look like
but-
him. Yeah.
but you're acting well dodged, so he's just going to shoot you. Or he's going to attempt to shoot you.
Okay.
Just gonna have a pot shot at you.
Can I just
Yeah.
ask at this point, has the bandits got split into two?
Yeah, the group's split up now.
So
Yeah.
we've got
One
a
roll
band.
was a natural 20. But then the other roll was a 7. So he completely misses. So,
Nice.
because the range he was at.
I'm envisioning me just in the middle of the road now with loot in hand and this
It's a bit confused.
this arrow just whistling past me and me just not flinching.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Bella.
Sorry, I just want to know what's in front of us right now. I'm getting really confused.
So you
'cause
guys
the
are
bandit-
all hiding behind these rocks, and then directly out from where you are, you can see thunder, and then off down where thunder had just come from, there's a direwolf ready to bound in his direction. There's a bandit with the direwolf. One
Bandit on-
bandit. Then
on foot.
there's a bandit on foot with the direwolf.
Right.
Then that's directly behind the cart, which is now stopped. And the driver of the cart has jumped off, fired a crossbow at Thunder, which missed. There is one a bandit on horseback, which is yet to take a turn. And there's 2 more bandits on horseback and a direwolf which went bounding off in a direction, which you
So we have 3 bandits and a wolf.
currently.
You can see at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I just wanted to.
Mhm.
Right, let me write that down.
Which point it is Cadell's turn.
I can't really rage while hidden, can I? Because I'd be kind of.
It's not
It's
the
supposed to be
stealthiest
hidden.
thing to do. Yeah,
It's not particularly
it's,
stealthy.
you'd
is
be,
it?
it's been more of a seethe. You'd be seething than raging.
Like, I'm just thinking if I'm
You're having a mumble to
I get
yourself.
get myself pent up behind this rock, like,
I'll have him.
and then
If
do
Let me out!
one
Let me out!
rule of raging is if you do not make an attack from then until the beginning of your next
the
turn,
next turn.
then you
Right,
lose
okay.
your rage.
Okay, so I'm
You
not
can
gonna do
still
that yet
rage
then.
anyway because a reaction still counts. Between turns still counts as an attack or whatever. It's up to you. It's whatever you want to do.
Because I was thinking if this direwolf's going to come bounding towards Thunder, I was
How
gonna,
close is this direwolf?
Currently 80 feet.
Right.
is that going to be able to get up to Thunder? Is a double dash? Is it going to be able to? Because it's going to go straight for him, innit? I will not rage, but I will as a holding action. I will hold my attack as a holding action. So if it does happen to get within range of, I'll,
Thunder is currently, say 20 feet out from where you are.
20 feet.
Let them come.
I just don't want to give away. Don't want to give away
Because
my
he
position.
wasn't wanted to give away your position either, so he didn't
I
come
was-
closer
The thing
to
is, I was thinking if we get them close enough, then I do whatever I need to do. You guys could then do whatever you want to do with advantage because they're not going to know you're there. Hopefully,
That's what I was.
if that was
That's what I was saying. I didn't really want to give away my position yet.
Got an idea though.
But you've whatever options you want to do, Cadell.
Yeah. Because you can, as a holding action, you can't move, and so I couldn't. No, so I can't. So I've got
You
to stay
can't.
behind this.
It's just holding an action, not your movement.
Right. I think I might just keep myself hidden for this round, and just.
Your choice.
No, I don't think I've got anything useful I can do really, because I can't attack it from that range. I can't.
You do have ranged weapons.
I've got a javelin, haven't I?
I think you've got 3 javelins, don't you?
Yeah, I've got 3 javelin.
I don't want to put words in your mouth.
30, 100 minutes. I could just.
You need to make a decision, or you just. Or
Yeah,
you
I
stay
know.
in
I know.
there.
No, I'm just gonna stay hidden for the moment. Keep myself stealth and stay hidden for the minute.
Cadell looks like he's about to boil with anger, but he just uses his action just to kind of calm himself. He was just about to blow his cover, but he doesn't. He just sits there and he's calms himself. It's Oribella's turn.
Did you say the wolf was?
80 feet.
What's the range on that? It doesn't tell me.
The range
120 foot.
is 120, so you could,
right.
yeah, you could do it.
Using my moonbeam on
Moonbeam.
the direwolf. Is the bandit near the direwolf, or is he?
He's
sort of running
immediately
toward-
behind the direwolf.
Nice.
The
Do it.
direwolf
Right,
hasn't
I'm
moved
using
yet.
my moonbeam, so that should hit him. It's got 120 foot
Range.
range on it, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, but that's the range at which the spell is cast, not the width of the moonbeam.
Yeah, it's got 5 foot. It's got a 5 foot cylinder.
Yeah, that would only hit the direwolf if that's what you're aiming at.
Fine. I want to get rid of the stupid direwolf.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do I need to do here? So it takes 2d. Sorry, the new spell. I'm trying to get my head around it.
It's all right.
So you can place this beam
So
like down.
creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn and starts on its turn there. It
Starts
is
turn there.
engulfed in ghostly flames that causes searing pain. That it must make a Constitution saving throw. It takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save. Fucking hell.
Or
Yes.
half damage on a successful one.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
So if you want to then, what would happen is if you want to cast it where this direwolf is, boom, where this direwolf is, and then as soon as it's the direwolf's go, it goes because
And then,
he
yeah, when
starts
it
his turn in it. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, so you could just make a big gigantic beam on top.
That's what I'm
Firewall.
doing. I'm trying
Okay
to
then.
get this fucking direwolf. Yeah.
Fandabby doozy. It's
Level
not.
2
Yeah,
spells.
it's.
Level
it's
2 as well.
you don't even need to make an attack roll for that, do you?
No.
Which
No,
is
No.
awesome.
There.
It's just
Which
there.
is fantastic.
Spell that.
It's a level 2 spell, isn't it?
Yeah,
Mhm.
so
Yep.
she's using level 2.
That's fine. Yeah. So
used it.
then, so you then from your hiding place stick your head out over the top of these rocks just enough to see these direwolves. You then cast your spell, at which point, from seemingly out of nowhere, these clouds kind of swirl in the air, and then this in bright lights then just go from straight out of the sky, poof, straight on this direwolf's. I'm going to say it doesn't entirely encompass the direwolf because direwolves are huge, but it encompasses his head and a good part of his, like, all of his shoulders. And good, that's the majority of the direwolf's mass.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Is that, are you finishing your turn?
I think so. There's not much I can do from where I am. So yeah. Moving on.
Okay then. At which point, it is the direwolf's turn.
There we go.
Yes.
So
it's my turn.
at which point he
Constitution.
he looks a little confused, a little staggered with the light, and then bursts into flames and does need to make a Constitution saving throw, which I'm pretty certain that's failed. 9, which I'm assuming it's your DC's higher than 9.
Am I what now?
Your
I'll say DC.
your spell save DC, yeah.
What's that?
On
Help me out
your
here.
spell, it
Yeah,
will
say this will be
say
spell stage.
Constitution 30.
13. So you've got to beat
a
13.
spell save DC is 30. Yeah, he definitely fails that. So roll
And then you
2d10.
2d10 damage. Well,
I need to roll
yeah, you don't need
2d10.
to roll 2d10.
2d10,
Which
D10.
also 2d10.
Win.
Oh no, it's just 2d10. Yeah.
Which is d10? Why not?
Is That one, I believe. Is it?
Is it? It's not a 10. That's more than 10.
It goes 0 to 9. Yeah. Hector's holding up the
So how do you-
D10.
Oh,
That one.
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's it.
That one.
Yep.
Right, so I need 2 of them.
Yeah, to roll it twice.
So, well, not going to be one yours, so I'll just roll them together.
Oh, right, yeah, good point.
2d10.
Hmm.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Gimme.
Yes. Yeah, there you go.
What we got? 7 and 3.
10.
It's not very good, is it?
That's
So it's 10
decent.
damage.
That's all right. It's decent.
average.
Because your moonbeam stays in play. It doesn't just go.
Yeah, it stays for 1
So-
minute, which is 10 rounds.
10 rounds, yeah.
Rounds?
And you can move it on your turn, I do believe.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I read-
does that affect anybody that enters it?
Yes.
Yes.
Just.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Don't go into my moonbeam.
Yeah, don't go into that.
Don't go into my moonbeam.
Thankfully, because the direwolf is so gigantic,
Yeah,
you can
he's-
still attack it without
it's
actually
pretty
hitting
much-
him.
Like, yeah, the beam is
It's
pretty
it's
much.
120 feet down the road, is it not, at the minute?
In fact,
No, only the
when it says when the creature enters the spell area for the first time,
Or begins its turn.
or begins its turn there, but you casting it there, would it be entering it for the first time? So I
Move
would
it
say
like
it needs
that.
to do the damage again.
I think once it's in.
Yeah, because you cast it on it, which is it then entering the spell area for the first time, which we didn't do the damage for. We waited for its
Oh,
first
right.
turn.
Right,
So
extra
really,
damage.
we need to do it again. So I'm going to roll
Extra
another. Yeah, I'm
Fucking
going to
hell.
roll the DC. He does save that Constitution one, so just roll 2d10 again, and it'll half it.
2d10
And then half
then
damage.
half it.
Yeah.
and then half.
Yeah, 2d10 again.
Just roll them again. Yeah.
Right. What we got? 9, 7. Fucking hell.
9 and 7, so that
16
and then half that,
halves at 8. Nice.
so another 8. So that's not bad. 18 damage with one hit.
That is decent. So yeah,
Health.
Fandabby-doozy. Right. So this direwolf bursting into radiant blue flames, yelps in pain, and then kind of dives out of this the beam of light, which is scorching him. You can see as it jumps out, well, its fur is kind of burnt to a cinder, and it is hurting from it. But he doesn't know where it's come from, so still goes for thunder.
Right.
But with its 50 feet of movement, doesn't quite reach him. Not in one movement, but then will.
So the moonbeam
Dash.
still exists, but
It
the
still
wolf is
exists.
no longer in
Yeah,
it.
it's still there.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah.
there.
But the wolf's not in it anymore.
No, he
Wolf's
moved
not
out
in
of it.
Right.
Going
okay.
towards thunder.
So yeah, and will then dash its movement up to thunder, and
Yes.
that's all it can do because it had to use its dash to get to you.
That's why I wanted to just not jump out yet.
That's
But
cool.
it becomes in range of you, so you were holding your action.
I'm going to Thunderwave it, yeah. It's level 2 Thunderwave I'm going to do.
Okie dokie.
This direwolf's
It's
getting
got to kill. I was going to say, it's getting fucked up right now.
Level 2 Thunderwave. So it needs to do another Constitution saving throw, which did shit. You know what? It's the bandit dice. I'm going to get rid of that from last time.
Oh, no,
Dice.
keep using it.
So it failed. So
Yeah,
yeah.
keep using
So
it.
The unlucky dice, that's fine.
Thunderwave. Constitution saving failed save. Creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and push 10 feet away.
But then it's a level 2
It's
as
the
well.
level 2 version,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
Yeah,
is
yeah.
an extra 1d8. So roll 3d8 damage.
Look at his smile.
Fucking
Look at his
hell!
smile.
Fucking 3d8. Jesus.
Could fucking kill it.
3d8 damage.
Crikey.
Four, 3, and a 7.
14.
No, a 4, a 3, and a 7.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
so it adds
14.
up to 14.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I thought you must have heard my phone.
No, it's
Direwolf
fine. So at which point, you've been gently playing your lute as it's been bounding up towards you,
Everyone's like,
resolute and fearless, and as it gets close to you, then just go zing, and then this massive blast wave just and it knocks this direwolf flying back 10 feet further back from you, at which point it's lying on the floor, and it does get up, but it is hurting. It is hurt bad, with it singed and this shockwave that has now just hit it. It is hurt bad and in a bad state. And that's the end of its turn. So at which point, Bandit on horseback then sees all this happening, and then he was going to ride up to you with his scimitar, but seeing as though what happens when something gets close to you, he decides to then shoot you with a crossbow instead. Which will hit with a 19.
wow. Not 19 damage though, just a.
No, that's to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it definitely does not do
was gonna say,
19 damage.
It's a hefty crossbow bolt.
No. The
Sorry,
crossbow bolt does
Only does 8.
2 damage.
Oh, 2 now.
I rolled a
Okay,
1
well.
on the damage dice, so it's
Someone got a washing machine
Tip-
on or something.
I was going to say, I just said, Gaz, is that
Oh,
your...
sorry, that's me. Sorry, the wife's
all
just
right.
got in the shower.
don't worry
I
about
can
it.
hear it going.
Let me change my sensitivity.
That's all right. It's not too bad. We
Earlier,
can
I
still
could
hear
hear the dog
everybody okay.
snoring.
Yeah, it's not too
Um,
bad.
Oh, I can't hear it now.
There we go.
That's fine. So, yeah, that is typical bandit style. Does very little damage to you. And that's his turn. So Hector.
Wait. How far away am I from the direwolf?
This direwolf is what? How far did we say Hector was? 20 feet.
30 feet now.
We said Thunder was...
So it was 20 feet, not back
20 feet.
10 more.
Then it was knocked. It was knocked further back.
30
Yeah,
feet.
so I'd say 30 feet. Go on then.
30 feet.
30 feet. No, I can. Yeah, so I can get to it. So I can run up. Actually, I've got 10-foot range. So run up 20 feet. 10-foot range. Halberd attack.
Okie doke.
What's that?
Is halberd.
10 plus 6. So 16.
16. I was looking at a bandit DC there. Yep, that hits him. Roll your damage.
Sweet. So 1d10.
Just up.
Wow.
So
So
Go on,
that's 14 damage.
14.
Roll the 10. on it.
Wow.
D10.
Yeah,
Plus four.
you've definitely finished it off. How do you want to do it?
Nice. So just run it, charging up, and then just into its halberd into its throat.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, just as it was trying to get back up from this Thunder's Thunderwave, and yeah, all still kind of smoking from the moonbeam. You lance it in its throat with your halberd, and it just bleeds out and just drops dead in an instant.
Yeah.
The direwolf was dispatched.
Oh. Meridian.
Nice.
You have broken cover.
So the
Yes,
wolf is
yes, I
dead.
have.
Wolf is dead, but we've broken cover.
Well,
No,
the
only he's
bandit, just at the back of the cart, has this moonbeam in front of him, and he's like, and then walks, kind of moves around it, and sees what you've just done to his direwolf, and then fires his crossbow.
Who?
I'm shoot. Yeah, no, that'll miss.
I'm still hidden that. I'm still
yeah, you're still behind
8
cover.
foot away.
Yeah,
I love
11.
that.
11
I love
will
how
miss Hector,
oh.
won't it? Because he'll
Oh,
fire at
no,
Hector.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, it's only just like.
Arabella's
Okay.
literally sniping with a moonbeam at the minute.
I am literally like,
Yeah. Yeah, so he fires
Yeah,
it and it just goes, shoots past, just misses you. Yeah, so that's all he can do. So that's that bandit done. So Meridian,
Right. So Direwolf's dead.
he's been waiting for this. Yeah,
Yeah, we've got 3 bandits left.
3 bandits, but then a possible second,
Possible 2
another
more
bandit
bandits.
and a direwolf.
Got 'em right
Or
now.
2 bandits and a direwolf that went riding off.
yes.
Yeah, but we've got 3 right now. The others don't matter right now. 'Cause it's just what's in front
And
of us.
of these 3, did you say one of them's on horseback?
Yes.
Right. How far away is the one on horseback from me?
It'd be, I'd say, about 70 feet.
There was one behind the wolf, there wasn't there? So surely he'd be.
He's
be closer.
moved around. He's on foot. Yeah, he's about 70 feet away from
And have we all broken cover?
I haven't yet.
you. No, only Hector's broken cover.
Oh,
So
I'm
far.
still
Just
hit.
me.
Only Hector.
But he's shown where the hiding place is.
On the same place.
I don't want to go too mad with my spells in case that fucking direwolf comes back.
Yeah, I was
direwolf.
thinking.
Right, okay, so the bandit closest to me then, I shall cast Chaos Bolt. It's got 120 foot range.
Chaos Bolt.
Yeah, first level.
I didn't think you took Chaos Bolt, but okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I took yeah.
Oh, you
'cause
took
I didn't
Chaos
want-
Bolt.
It was Chaos Bolt I took and not Chaos Orb. Chaos
Oh.
Orb was the one that needed a diamond.
Right, gotcha. Yep, sorry, go ahead. That was me getting confused.
So Chaos Bolt. So so my spell attack is +5, modifiers +3. So what do
Sorry, what?
Sorry, I've lost track of what I'm doing. So to cast it in the first place, what do I do? Roll a d20
But does it say you need to make an attack? Which it probably will do.
Chaos Bolt. You hurl an undulating, warbling mass of chaotic energy at one creature in range. Make a ranged spell attack against
Yep.
the target.
So make your ranged spell attack. So with that's a +5. So you
So my spell attack's +5, so I roll a d20 +5. Right, okay, sorry. It's all very confusing being a spellcaster. 15 +5, so a 20.
Oh yeah, that'll easily hit. Which one are you targeting? Sorry.
The closest, whichever the closest is to me.
Probably
Sorry, whichever the
one,
closest is to thunder.
that'd be the one on foot.
Right, okay.
They're both much of a muchness, to be honest. But
Yeah, I just don't want, because they're all going to go for him, aren't they? Because he's the mostly visible one.
well, there's Thunder and Hector now, both visible out in
Hector
front.
can look after himself. Right, so 2
As demonstrated
d8s.
last session.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know you can heal yourself now.
Yeah,
it's true, yeah.
True.
You
Yeah.
can heal
Right, so-
yourself.
So 2 d8s and a d6 damage.
Yep. 2
Then I
d8 plus 1 d6.
Choose one of the d8s.
Yep. To choose
The-
what type of damage it does.
For what
So
type of damage?
Roll
But
your
if
damage.
both d8s are the same, number,
it jumps to
bounces.
another one again.
My rolls tonight, it's not going to be the fucking same, is it? An 8 and a 1.
So choose one of them.
So an 8 and a 1.
Acid or thunder.
Acid
So
or thunder
we
damage.
shall say. Oh, so 1. They haven't got numbers next to them. That's stupid. 1, 2,
I can
3,
see it.
4, 5, 6, 7. So what's that? An acid or a thunder?
Acid or thunder, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll say acid. That's nasty.
Okay.
Right in the fucking eyes.
So how much
Um,
damage is that?
And then so I got an 8 and a 1, and then my d6 was a 5. So that's 14.
So yeah, you do finish him off. So in one shot, he's only a bandit.
Does he melt?
Yeah, you completely melt him. You create this orb which is just completely shifting and changing. You launch it at this poor guy who it's still shifting and changing as it reaches him, and as soon as it hits, it just envelops him in the acid, and he just screams.
Nice.
Like
And just
Yeldy
drops to the
Robocop.
and just kind of drops
good.
down,
Help me.
smouldering, and his flesh is kind of melting away, and
Brilliant.
very, very much dead with an awesome level 1 spell.
Yes.
It's a good spell, that,
It's
isn't it?
an
And that was only
amazing
level
level
1.
one
I can use that. I can use that at a level 2 and give it even more damage. I love that spell.
Yeah. So, are you staying? Well, did you kind of step out of cover then to be able to do that, or just kind of stick your head over the top?
Not if I've got the choice. No, I was
Well,
and truly hidden. There's still a direwolf out there.
You'll have to kind of broken cover a little bit just to kind of be able to cast it and launch it. But then you can just kind of stick your head out, do it, and then stick your head back in again.
If only he saw me, I melted his eyeballs.
There's him, the guy on horseback will have seen you.
Oh shit! Okay. Then I just duck back down slowly.
So then that's so yeah, Bandit 2 deceased.
Give him the finger.
2 left. Come on, guys.
So yeah,
Who is it? Thunder.
Anyone taking
that
any
was
damage
Meridian.
No.
No, we're good.
Not
we're
you
on
lot.
fucking
No,
fire.
no,
We're
you're
kicking
doing
ass
great.
tonight.
Oh yeah,
On a-
I got shot with a crossbow bolt.
Oh yeah, you got
damage.
two.
Yeah,
Damage.
2 damage. But then at which point you see the second direwolf come bounding back over the
bollocks,
top,
I knew he was coming back.
having seen something happening. There's this beacon of light coming from where he just come from.
So that's 2 more bandits and the direwolf, isn't it?
Just one more.
But
direwolf.
at the
First
moment,
one
just the direwolf has come back because it was his turn
Well,
first.
So
And then, well, in fact, it's both of those 2 riders' turns immediately after that direwolf. So I will say all 3 then come riding over the hill. The direwolf is keeping pace with the horses quite easily, even at a gallop.
nice.
So then
How far-
We have 2 bandits left, but now we've got
So
1 more bandit and then a
yeah,
direwolf.
these 3 are still at 100 feet.
so whose turn is it now?
What?
It is now
Yeah.
back up to the top, which is Thunder.
So we have
I'm
one.
so confused right now.
So,
We
So
have 2
we're
bandits left.
back at the top of the round. There are 4 bandits now still left. 1 who jumped off of the cart, who can't see much of most people from the out crew are still hiding in the outcrop.
Bandits and direwolf.
But he can see Thunder and Hector. There's 1 on horseback who saw Meridian fire his what he thought was just an acid orb, and Thunder and Hector. Then there is another 3. Another 2 bandits on horseback now coming back on the way back with an extra direwolf who are still 100 feet away from
So
Thunder
2 on
because he has made
horseback.
himself the focal point of reference.
Yeah. So we've got 4 bandits in total and 1 wolf.
So I've wrote
Yep,
down
so
1 on
Thunder,
horseback.
it's your turn.
So there's 3 on
so
horseback.
how
So there's
how
3 on
far are
horseback.
they away from me?
Yes, 3 on horseback.
3 on horseback, 1 just with the wolf, yeah.
No, the one with
One
the
is-
wolf is dead. One is the one who's just jumped off who was riding the cart. Who jumped off.
So there's two of them and the direwolf running towards me is what's happening. Yes.
There's 2 on horseback and 1 direwolf, but they're further away than anybody else.
Right,
But there's
that's what I
still
was
1
trying
on
to clarify.
horseback
Yeah.
closer,
So what I'm
and
saying,
1
there's 2
who's jumped
bandits
off the
near
horse,
us,
off the cart, who's
2
closer,
bandits near us, and then 2 more bandits with a wolf.
further
A little
away.
bit further
Yes.
away. Yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
There was a fox in the back garden, and the
Fuck's
dogs decided to gang up on it.
I
Oh,
don't,
really?
I can't hear what's going on. But I don't know what's happening. Every time I ask her, I just can't.
Right,
get
there
it.
is 1 bandit on horseback, fairly close. I say fairly
Right,
close. They're about 70 feet away.
Okay.
There's another bandit who's jumped off of the cart who's 80 feet away on foot.
Yeah.
Then there's 2 bandits on horseback with the direwolf 100 feet away.
Okay. I'd like to. I don't know. I don't quite know. I'm gonna hold an action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hold charm person.
Okay. Until what?
Until someone gets within the vicinity of
Within
my...
range. Is that okay? Charm person, and your range is 30 feet. Okay, so if somebody comes within 30 feet, you can. You're holding your action, but you've still got a bonus action you can do something with.
I'll give Bardic Inspiration to Hector.
Okay, that always tends to work out really well between the two of you. So.
Yep.
Right, so that's Thunder's go. At which point then it's the bandit who jumped off the cart, who then closes the distance a little bit further, carefully trying to avoid the moonbeam, and then fires a crossbow bolt at Hector, because he's the one who finished off the direwolf, and as bandit style, misses.
Misses
How-
again.
Oh,
How far away are they?
He has now closed the distance up to 50 feet.
50 feet. Okay.
So that was his ineffectual turn, as is what bandits do apparently in this campaign. Just do fire crossbow bolts at nothing. It's just the ones that jumped you in the middle of the night that got some good shots in, and then other than that, it was nothing. So then it becomes Cadell's turn.
In that case, I shall come out of cover.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go jump move myself next to John. Sorry, next to Thunder.
Yep.
And I'm going to let out a good old bellow of rage while I hold me to.
He's just raging. He's just waiting.
Rage.
Just rage.
Rage.
Okay, come on then, I dare you. And I'm just going to be all intimidating and.
Think you're out enough?
How far away did you say this guy was actually?
50 feet.
Feet. So.
Rage.
No, wait a minute. Because if I rage now and don't attack anyone, then I lose it my next turn, don't I?
Can you not
But you can always
move?
then recast it again next turn, but it's up to you.
Can you not use
That's my.
move and then
Bow
use
back.
it?
All right, yeah,
I'm
you're
just
drawing a battle map. That's nice. That's good because it's all in my
Here
head.
we
currently.
are. Here we are. The 2 bandits, moonbeam, 2
Look at
bandits and a direwolf.
Right. Well, in that
Nice.
case, I'm just gonna jump out of cover then, and get myself next to Hector and Thunder.
Nice.
Just give him a bit of backup.
Okay.
Make another attack.
You could hold an action though.
And I suppose I'll as a holding action I will hold. In fact, actually, no. In fact, screw that. I'm going to swing a javelin at the nearest bandit. That one that's come closer to us. I'm going to give him a good. I know it's
Okay.
120 range, but at a disadvantage because obviously he's 50 feet away, isn't he?
Yeah. What's the inner range of a javelin?
30 feet.
Okay, yeah. So it's at disadvantage.
So it's disadvantage, but I'll take a dig at it. Why not?
But you're mightily strong, so. But
It's
if
plus
you
6,
if you're
isn't it?
raging, you don't have to hit them. You just have to make an attack.
Right.
All right. So you
keep the
swinging
rage if you make an attack, whether you hit them or not.
So
Right,
even though
okay,
you
so,
do
all right.
swing, you'll still have your rage.
So my eyes are burning red, and I'm pulling this javelin out from my back. I'm just going to give it a good mighty launch in the crazy barbarian ragey voice. And I'm going to take a swing. So it's D20 plus 6. which
and your
is a 12
lesser one.
plus 6, so it's an 18 total.
Nice, yeah. You've
So
given it a good launch, and yeah, it hits him. So roll your damage.
the 6 plus 4.
Yep.
And it's a 2 plus 4, so it's a 6 total.
Okay. That is
Oh wait a minute,
but
no,
the
it's not. It's
plus your rage damage.
another 2 then, so it's an 8 then in total.
8 in total. Okie dokie. So that was 8. Okay, so yeah, you launch it at this guy who's come a little closer. He now regrets coming a little closer. Launch the javelin at him. Yeah, and he sticks right through his gut. He's obviously in a bad way from that, but he's still stood.
Still standing. Yeah.
Yep. So
And
then
that's-
that is your turn.
That is me.
Oribella.
So,
I'm sorry.
don't wait yourself.
I'm
I
sorry.
would like to move a moonbeam.
Okie doke.
I can do that, but I don't know what distance I can move it. I'm just.
You can
trying to
move
look.
it up to 60 feet.
So
It's used as your action to move
where
the
the
moonbeam up to 60
wall
feet.
Sorry, guys, I'm scratching
where
it
the
as well. Is that
wall-
alright?
No worries, yeah. Sorry, Oribella.
and I want to move it. What's nearest to where my moonbeam is, basically.
There's a bandit on horseback.
Right. Well, then we'll just go for him. I'm going to move it onto him.
Okie doke.
Uh,
Sure. Bandit on horseback. So he needs to make a Constitution saving throw as you move this massive beam of light. Starts moving. And it's scorching the earth as it goes. He succeeds his Constitution saving throw, but only means he takes half damage. So roll
2d8s, is it?
2d8 damage.
God, I always forget which one's an 8. Which one's fucking 8?
Is it 2d8s or is it 2d10s?
Oh, I
I
don't
think it's 2d10.
Oh, was it? No, it was
Sorry.
10s, wasn't it? You're right. You're right. It's even better.
It's that one.
It's the ones you had last time.
That one.
Yeah, so it's them 2.
2 of them.
Yeah, 2. But it's half damage. So.
So whatever I roll, it's half of that.
Yeah.
Right. What we've got 9 and a 5. So.
No, it's a 6.
That's nice. 9.
It's 6 because it's got the line at the top.
No, the line is what's on the
Right.
bottom.
It's a fucking 9.
It's a 9.
Thank you. It's 14. So half 14, 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he takes 7 damage.
Damage.
Okie doke. Yeah. So you move this moonbeam over the top of him, and he bursts into radiant flame. In fact, yeah. As you do that, the horse also just bursts into flame. I'll not even bother rolling for that. Yeah, the horse bursts into flame and keels over. With the rider, it throws the rider.
Shit.
Yeah, he's still within your beam, but they're now prone.
Excellent.
Okay.
Moonbeam's freaking nasty.
On his go, will he take damage again?
Yes.
The moonbeam's still on him then.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
nasty.
It's fucking
It's
mint.
nasty.
It's fucking mint. From where I am, I'm still quite far away. There's nothing else I can do now. So
No, that's your action, yeah.
that's
your action.
me done.
Yep.
So yeah,
Okay.
I've done my bit. gone.
Right. So then, they're dead. They're dead. Hector. Right.
Excellent.
So what's left now? The 2 bandits and a direwolf.
Two bandits nearby who are heavily injured. One is currently in a moonbeam.
Right. Okay. Sorry,
And
they're not dead.
Then 2 bandits
Oh,
and a
the one in the
direwolf
moonbeam.
100 feet away.
One in the moonbeam. Leave it.
Why?
Because
he's going to get hurt.
he's about to have his
Oh,
turn
anyway.
and gets caught on fire again.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause he didn't moonbeam, did he?
He's gonna be dead.
Yeah.
I'm learning this moonbeam's a new one to me.
Okay.
But when I read about it, I was like,
Uh,
Yeah, and then there's one that's javelin halfway through him, like.
Yeah, a javelin through his gut.
I'm shooting down
do you
two
know
very
what?
poorly.
I'm gonna shoot him, the one that's been hit with a javelin, with my
He's 50 feet
longbow.
away.
Longbow's range is 150 feet.
Oh, easy. Go on then.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I could hit the one.
Like that.
It's a 20. Natural 20. Um,
Very nice. What's the damage on that one?
1d8 plus 1.
Well,
Six
regardless of
times
what you're
six,
going to roll,
so
you're going to kill him.
plus one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Describe
you
it.
want to describe it?
So just take a deep breath, draw the bowstring, release, and it clean, straight through one eye,
And yeah,
like
so
like Saving Private Ryan through the scope of that crossbow.
a longbow scope. Yeah, you fire it, just poof, straight into his head. He lurches back, thud straight into the floor with javelin sticking out of him and an arrow sticking out of his head. Beautifully done. He is dead.
He did.
He did. Yeah. So that's him dead. He's out of the picture, and that was Hector. So, the bandit on horseback.
That's in the flames.
In
What's in the
flames.
moon?
He fails his
being
Constitution saving throw. So you want to roll damage?
He fails.
Yeah.
Well, I have to roll damage.
Yeah, 2d10. Fuck him up.
2d10 fucking. Oh, nice one. Which one is it? Sorry, so excited.
Yeah.
Which one is it? Help me.
Imagine getting to roll 2d10 damage on that dude's go. That's mint.
It's
Oh,
my
it's
go.
my go. Two of them.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, you're fucking having it. You're having it.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
They did kidnap your family. It's fair enough.
He's fucked.
We've got 8, 9, 10, 13. Fucking 13. Get
Yeah.
down.
He just screams in agony as he just completely gets burnt to cinders to the point where there's not a lot left of him.
Ash.
Yeah, it's just he's completely barbecued in holy flame.
I just go. I thought Muddy Lady I thought Muddy Lady like horse. That was a
Sorry.
horse. He wasn't a horse.
He
I
was-
do like horse,
wasn't
but I want you
horse.
to kill him.
There's the
Sorry,
smell of
horsey.
barbecued man and horse.
Nice.
Yeah, Whitney.
Woo!
He doesn't care at this point.
At which point then it is that was it. I was about to say, that's the end of Arabella's turn, but that wasn't. That was the bandit's turn.
I'm so happy.
That was the bandit's turn of him dying. Meridian.
So it wasn't even my fucking
So
turn.
there is just all that's left is the two guys on horseback and the direwolf riding in
This direwolf could be nasty.
100
Two
feet away.
horse-
This direwolf could be nasty,
That
yeah.
guy was hurt by my moonbeam,
Right.
did he?
No, that was the other direwolf dead.
It's a
Are
fresh
they-
direwolf.
So Moonbeam still exists,
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that is between us and these three.
Yes.
Yep.
Right, okay, that's
It
good
only
to
fits
know.
like a 5-foot radius, so you can go
I
around
know
it
what
if
you're
you wish.
thinking.
Right,
I know
okay.
what
It's
you're
a pretty
thinking.
big radius.
No,
like,
no, it's only
it's 5 foot. 5
Right,
foot, Aidan. What?
No, as
That's
in-
5 foot.
No, it was in on the map.
On a
5
map,
foot,
a
that's-
5-foot is where one person would stand. That's a 5-foot.
I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray at the direwolf.
All three of them.
All three of them.
So make 3 attack rolls
so-
then, please.
So that's 3 d20s. 1, 2, 3.
Holding this back
Really?
just for the direwolf.
Fucking right, I have. A 16, a 15, and a 5. Each with a +5. So
Okay.
that's a 21, a
2
20,
hit and 1
a
miss.
10. Right.
So roll
2 hit,
1 miss.
4d6 damage then, please.
1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 5, and a 4.
So what's that? 13 damage?
13, yeah.
Okie dokie. Right. Okay.
Wolf, he's taken a hit, but
So
he's
yeah.
still,
So
he's still strong.
you cast your spell, and these three jets of fire just come streaming out of Meridian's hand, arcing through the air in different paths,
Nice.
and come down, striking the direwolf. One of them just falling short, but the other two hitting true, singeing the direwolf's fur, as is common occurrence around here apparently.
Yes, would seem so.
Is that
Right,
your turn,
and-
Meridian? Yep. Ooh,
No,
and
because I
Ooh.
fucking hate direwolves. I would like to spend 2 sorcery points.
Yep.
And use meta magic quickened spell. When you cast a spell that has a casting time of 1 action, you can spend 2 sorcery points to change the casting time to 1 bonus action.
Okay, but you've because you've cast a spell, you're not able to cast another spell this turn. You can cast a cantrip.
Penis. All right, no, that's fine.
You
Yeah,
can
I'll
cast a
then.
cantrip and a spell, or you can't do 2 spells.
Yeah, no, that's all right. That's all right. I'll cast a cantrip then. That'll save a spell slot as well. So I'll cast Firebolt at the direwolf.
Okay. Make your attack roll, please, sir.
A 15 plus 5, so that's a 20.
Oh, easy hit him, yeah.
And then a 1d10 damage. We'll use that pretty red one.
For fire.
6.
6 damage.
Six.
Okay, very nice. So yeah, as these 3 scorching rays come boom, 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 blasting in, just before they hit, Meridian launches a firebolt, comes screeching in a direct line to hit him. So as these 2 hit, and then it kind of reels in pain, just as then poof, another one hits it in the face. It's now very pissed off.
Good. Fuck him.
Fuck him.
At which point then it is the direwolf's turn.
Yes. Come on, direwolf.
But it's still 100 feet away. Because it's a good long way away. It will have to, double dash. So it will in fact only do. It would double dash. It's a beast. It would double dash towards you. It wouldn't be conservative or anything. It would just run at full pelt at you in its pure rage. It managed to, because it sees where Meridian was firing these from, but he's not going to be able to get to him because he's behind everybody else. So then the one that's in front, I believe, is Hector.
Does he get within 10 feet of me?
Yeah, he would, yeah.
Can I make my full reaction?
Yes, you do.
Attack?
Well, it's
Also,
attacking on enemies' turns.
How close am I
in-
to Hector, by the way?
Not very far away.
Inspiration.
I was going to say you've got Bardic Inspiration as well, yeah?
You have.
an 8
Also,
plus
I've been
6.
holding an action, so
Oh yeah, what was it you were holding? Sorry,
I was holding Charm. Oh no, I can't do it.
charm
No, I can't.
person. The direwolf's not a
Yeah,
person.
no, human. Sorry.
So 8 plus 6, and then Bardic Inspiration plus 3. So that's 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice.
Where's the pen?
You know, last session we
Oh,
almost
that's
got
cocked,
you.
hang on.
Hey, hang on. We're still
Oh,
got
it's
another.
only a 1. So 1
bandit.
plus 4, so it's 5 damage to it.
5. Okie dokie. Yep. So it comes bounding in, and you give it a good gash down the side of its kind of shoulder.
But can I make that a trip attack? Expending one of my maneuvers.
The trip attack. I'd say yes. The trip attack you could do at a 10-foot range.
Yeah. So I expend. I rolled the 8 and it adds to the damage, so it's an extra 2 damage. But then it's got, if the target is large or small, it must make a strength saving throw.
It is
So I fail
large,
it.
so strength saving throw.
Gets knocked prone.
If it
So it's
fails.
DC's, yeah, if it fails, DC's 14.
And the strength of a direwolf is unfortunately high. And it does 14. Do you say the DC was 14?
14.
So it just
Yeah.
passes.
Just save Arthur.
Yeah, so it kind of trips a little bit on the way in, but then doesn't slow down and comes right up to you.
Nice.
But that's the end of its turn.
Cool.
So then the riders. So they come riding in, crossbows out. Well, the first one fires, not at Hector because he's now got a massive direwolf in front of him. It's going to be hard to actually hit Hector. So he's going to be firing at Cadell, being a man mountain and in Kingsguard uniform.
And ragey mode.
Nice.
Yeah. So that would be 11. That doesn't hit you, does it?
No, it's 13 AC.
No, it's a typical bandit style. That's his turn, and then the second one does the same. Rides up and then fires.
You know, we're fucking them up tonight.
And
Yep.
again, does
Oh,
ineffectual. It's crossbows. Bandits and crossbows are not getting on in this entire campaign. Yeah, terrible. So, yeah, the two bandits come riding in and two firing at you and just. Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't even look like they were going to hit you.
I laugh in the face.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, it's back to the top Thunder.
So how close is anything to me?
So,
The closest thing to me.
the direwolf is the closest
Well,
thing, which is I'd say 10 feet away from you, in front of Hector.
I'd like to step up in front of Hector.
Well, it's right up to Hector. You can't get between them.
Oh,
Next
okay.
week.
I'd like to. Can I discard my charm person because?
Yeah.
It's
Now
gone
it's
now.
your turn. That is gone. Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to use a level 2 hellish rebuke, and I'm going to. So what it is, I point my finger at the creature. It's momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. The creature must make a dexterity saving throw. It takes 2d10 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. But on a level 2, I get an extra d10 for
Nice.
each level above the first.
So Dex
Nice.
saving throw. That is very sweet. No, that's the bandit's Dex. What's the direwolf's Dex? Okay. Oh, natural 20. But he only take that just means it takes half damage, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
roll your damage.
3d10.
3D.
3d10.
3d10.
Yeah.
Spellcasters, man. They're damage dealers.
Yeah.
I can't talk. I've still got 8 turns with fucking moonbeam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you've done some serious damage with that moonbeam. That's an amazing spell.
3,
That was the
2,
best thing ever when I was like, yes, moonbeam.
3,
Sorry.
2, and 6.
3, 2, and
3.
6. So it's 11 damage.
Nice.
11.
11 damage to this direwolf is precisely what you need to finish it.
Yes.
Excellent.
So do you want to describe it?
Yeah, I sort of throw my bag
You
to
write
one.
it down.
Sorry, not throw my bag.
Hey.
I just hold my loot out at one side, and just look this thing dead in the eyes, and fire sort of swirls and smolders up around its feet, like engulfing it in sort of like a hellish tornado, as it just bursts into flames, simmers and crackles, and just flops to the floor.
Nice. Excellent. Yeah, that direwolf is dead.
And then I go, burn.
No. Just going to describe it. Just put
There you are. That makes it Cadell's go.
How far
Yeah.
are these bandits from us now?
50 feet.
2 bandits left.
50 feet.
Oh, wait, got 2 left.
Actually, I
3
will.
left.
No,
There's
2 left.
2 left.
2 left.
I will. As a movement, I'll move 30 feet closer
Mhm.
in front of everyone, and I will use another one of my javelins.
Nice. You got stack of javelins, dude.
Yeah,
I've got
yes,
3 javelins.
Yeah.
I've got
Nice.
3. So and that's within the 30-foot range of the
Easily. Yeah.
non-disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
So I will roll to hit. Oh, that dice just went all over the floor. D20 plus 6 is a 12 plus 6 is 18.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, I'll launch it at him, and then it's a D6 plus 6. That's including my rage, D6 plus 6.
D6 plus 6.
Yeah, which is a 6.
Oh, yeah, that completely takes him out. Yeah, straight off the back of his horse.
Nice.
I'm
I'm imagining that scene in...
He flies back off his horse and gets pronked into the ground like a good old
impaled into the ground.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Oribella then.
Nice one. Right, well, guess what I'm going to do?
Moonbeam.
Hammer of Dawn. Hammer of Dawn.
Moonbeam.
Moonbeam.
On to the last bandit.
Okay, yeah, it's easily within 60 feet of your moonbeam, so yeah.
So what do I need to do?
It's a Constitution saving throw, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Which he fails.
Which he's fucked.
Oh, that's
He's
great.
fucked.
2 of these beauties.
Yep, 2 of them.
He's fucked. He's fucked.
Right. Oh, my. Fucking got them guys here. Oh, fucked. 10.
10.
10 total.
10 total.
Yeah, well,
9 and 1.
yeah,
9 and 1.
he just completely engulfs him in flames, screaming, but he's not quite dead yet. But he's still sat inside the the moonbeam, which means he's pretty fucked.
He's dead.
It's a fucking beast, that thing. So yeah, that's me done. I'm still too far away to even engage in.
Well, there's no point, isn't there?
Well, yeah.
No, that's it then.
I'm like, hey,
Hector,
guys.
are you doing anything?
Hector. We've got one man.
I'll run up and throw my spear.
All right, go ahead.
Just this one
Finish
left.
this guy off.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I've missed it. It's about 11. Oh, 11. But hang on. 11. I shall expend another superiority to add a d8 for precision attack.
Okay.
Let's add a d8 to that. It's plus 4. So what's that? 15 to hit.
Yeah, that hits him.
You still got
Alright.
You've still got Bardic, haven't you?
No, he's
I
used it,
used
hasn't he? Yeah.
As usual.
So 5 plus 4, so 9 damage.
This is with your spear.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, he's definitely dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a second impaled bloke on the floor.
EA joins his mate further back, but he's much more singed and smouldering. But yeah, that's everybody dead.
Everybody is dead.
Everybody is dead, Dave.
Everyone's dead, Dave. Everybody's dead, Dave.
Everybody.
You have
We
successfully.
we took a grand total of 2 damage between all of us.
Yeah.
But
None of us took any damage.
the
Thunder got
difference
2
being-
damage. That was it.
the difference being you were fighting on your terms,
Yeah.
not on
And
their
we've all
terms,
leveled
which
up.
is what they did, and
Yeah,
you've all leveled up.
distance.
My moonbeam. just kicked off.
And we separated them all.
And yeah, you fought them both in 2 different groups, effectively. That second group right
that
there
was
was
really
never
good.
going to stand a chance because you had the range on them
Oh,
as they were coming in.
if we'd them all at once, we'd be dead right now.
Well, it'd have gone differently. Definitely.
Oh, we'd definitely be dead.
If we jumped them when Thunder was going.
It could have been over even quicker. You don't know.
We would all be dead. He was going, ah!
Right,
No, but then-
let's have a good shufty at the back of this cart then.
Well,
Let's see what.
as
We're all gonna
you're
drink some
declaring
grog now.
kind of what you want to do and what you want to look at, we're going to leave your investigations for next time. Getting late.
Um,
Cheers, guys.
Yeah.
no, let's carry on.
As much as we'd love to,
I've got
people have
get
to
up
do
at
stuff
5
in the
a.m., mate.
morning. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
fine.
John's got to be over 5.
Alright, fair enough.
Well, I'm glad. I hope everybody has enjoyed that
Always.
viewing and
Always.
That was
And
beautiful.
players.
That was...
I've thoroughly enjoyed that because that could have gone any number of ways.
Great.
And as
Fantastic.
usual, the bandits and the crossbows are shit aims.
Yes,
And
Well
the-
played,
Well,
well played
bandits,
everyone.
terrible.
GG.
GG.
JJ. Yeah. Thank you everybody for watching. Take care. Bosh.
See you next time. Bye-bye.